much. Oh, my God, I love it. Robin, you got to get into this.
Well, I'm going to get one.
You got it. You have to get it today.
Well, if I have time, Howard, I will get it today.
Get that new assistant. What do you got, a new assistant? I'm hearing reports about you.
No.
Holy cow. You got to hear this one.
No,
Let me digress for a minute.
What happened to Captain Dan?
Here we go.
I don't know
Captain Dan.
What happened to Captain Dan?
Names.
Is Captain Dan still your assistant?
Yes, Captain Dennis is still with me.
Well, all I know is people around here, I might as well tell you this.
What?
People around here are terrified because Robin is yet another charity event she's organizing. Terrified of you. Terrified of you and your charity work. Because they know they're going to get, you know, what is that called when they take you into the military? Not the draft, but conscripted or... you know what I mean? They are terrified of you.
Geez. Let me...
You're the terrorist.
Ease their consideration.
Here's the report I get.
Obligated to do anything.
Yesterday, Robin just brings some woman up here with a British accent.
She doesn't have a British accent.
She has some accent.
She's from Slovenia.
Well, whatever. She had some weird accent.
Welcome.
Yeah. So, wherever Slovenia is, only Robin knows where that is.
Welcome to Slovenia.
Yeah, I was scared of Guatemala. Now Slovenia. I was raised in Slovenia. My father was Dracula. And I am the son of Dracula. So anyway, Robin shows up. Yeah, this woman is walking around, and Robin introduces her to no one.
What?
Listen to this report I got. This is a report.
I introduced her to everyone we saw.
I heard she went over where Jason and Will sit. She's sitting on the phone, making phone calls. Jason went back there. He goes, "Excuse me, who are you?" You know, he's going to call security. Because I'm with Robin. Or however she talks, I don't know.
I'm with Rob.
I'm with Robin from Slovenia. So Jason's like, oh, okay, I think.
I don't know where she wound up. Jared, she had asked if there was a place where she could use a computer, and I left her with Jared.
Well, then Jared...
I don't know where he took her.
She ended up in Tim's office on a computer for 3 hours, whatever you were busy with. And she's tied into Robin's new charity work with this comedy show, and then Robin this is all third hand. You can refute anything you want. So Robin sees Richard, or one of those guys, Richard or Sal. You will be sitting at a table at the comedy show.
I was saying I would like them to.
No. According to them.
And then at the end of it, I guess he missed the would like you.
No.
He said, oh, do you notice I was just told what I'm going to do? And I was like, no, it's a choice. Robin's
getting these guys to sit at tables, and then they get auctioned off to sit at the table for the night with it. All I know is everyone has to spring into action with your charity.
I asked.
There's 15 organizations. Can you end it now? Everyone's wanting me to ask you, would you just end it? Just stop, and we'll forget about it and never say a word about it. Can you stop?
No, because you would never stop saying words about it.
It just seems your charity work gets involved with everyone here. No one wants to be involved, I don't think.
Well, if they don't want to be involved, they don't have to be.
They're afraid of you.
Oh, stop it.
They
What's to be afraid
They
of?
are so afraid of you. You hold a grudge.
You're wacky. I don't hold any grudges.
This is what I'm hearing. I don't say that. This is what I'm hearing. I'm telling you. I'm giving you feedback.
You're painting me as something that's ridiculous. And so are they. They're crazy.
Yeah, here comes JD. Uh-oh.
JD,
you sure you want to talk?
Yeah, well...
Why are you afraid of Robin?
Because I don't want to get yelled at. She threatened to stab me in the eye with a pencil for talking about her movie.
Oh, my God.
That was different.
That was different.
She was leaving. I heard the thing with Sal and Richard.
Right. What'd you hear?
Well, I can't remember the exact wording, but it sounded... She wasn't asking. She was
barking.
I said, I would like you to. Maybe that doesn't sound like an ask.
I didn't hear a would like. I heard... Yeah,
you will be...
No.
You will be sitting at a table together with fans, and they will pay to sit with you. Who's going to pay to sit with Richard and Sal? I'd pay to stay away from them.
I was actually worried. I thought she would come up to me next, but, I didn't think I was that famous anyway. So.
Wow. Robin, don't ask me. I'm busy. God forbid I get a social life. You actually should go and sit at some table with a fan and hopefully get a date.
I don't want to dress as a court jester. No.
Exactly.
I'm not doing it.
Listen, I'm not getting involved with this one. I donated to the last one with the movies with those kids. That's it. Leave me alone. It sounds like a fun evening, too, and I think it's great, but...
It's going to be a wonderful evening. Paul Mooney, David Tell, Gilbert Godfrey just signed on.
Wow.
To be a part of it.
He's funny as hell.
Darryl Hammond.
Oh, he's great.
Saturday Night Live.
You got a great lineup. God love you. Where's the money going? 15 organization?
No, it's going to 15 and the New Jersey Seeds, which is an organization that gets underprivileged children into schools when they're very talented. They get them into prep schools. They get them into Ivy League colleges.
Look at you.
With tutoring and mentoring.
Look at you. Behold what has become of you. You've blossomed, I swear to God. You know what? You go, girl. Just leave me out of it.
Oh, my goodness.
Oy vey is married with the charity. You're on fire.
Tickets on sale, 15foundation.org.
Does sound like a great evening.
I'm going to have a good time.
Yeah. Are you going to stay up the whole night?
Funny people.
Is it a weeknight?
It's a weeknight.
Oy vey. Why are you keeping the staff up late during a weeknight when they have to work the next day?
They do. Oh, God.
Why are you doing that?
Here we go.
What's going on with you?
Who wrote you that note?
No, really, why are you doing that? It's a good question no matter who wrote it.
I am not keeping anybody up late. They don't have to participate if they don't want to.
Right. Sal and Richard are participating. Sal is so afraid of you.
Sal is afraid of me?
He hates when you're angry with him. He said, I'll just do it. He
doesn't have to do it if he doesn't want to.
Yeah. Yeah. How did they get a hold of you to raise money for this charity? I mean, how did you find out about this one?
I've known about Seeds for over a year.
Yeah.
I went to a special open house they had.
Yeah. You checked them out? You sure they're not taking this?
They're great. In fact, Dan Foreman was the one.
He did? He's a pretty smart guy.
Introduced me to Seeds. Yeah.
Like they're not
New Jersey Seeds.
They're not going on a junket to Puerto Rico or anything.
No, they right there in New Jersey, and they educate kids. Are you afraid of me?
No, I'm not. Not about this.
Oh, when are you afraid of me?
I guess if I would be in a respectful way, if you got angry about something, I would have caution. But not about this. I'm excited about this dinner. I've started looking up recipes, and I'm getting all ready for it.
Recipes? Are you cooking?
I thought I was cooking for her. No, Rob asked me to sit at one of the tables. I'm very excited.
Yes.
It'll be fun. It's just fun. So.
I should hope.
Yeah.
It wasn't mandatory. I don't know. Everything gets convoluted around here and becomes some kind of edict, and I don't know. I have no idea how things work in people's minds. But I appreciate you.
No, thanks.
Are you feeling any pressure to go to this fundraiser for Robin?
I don't look at it as a fundraiser. Fundraisers where you legitimately raise money. This is some sort of big shot show-off melee where there's booze involved. That's all this is.
Are you feeling any pressure from Robin to attend this charity event?
How do they do it in the movies? I don't know how to answer that one.
If Robin really gives a shit, sell one of your Mercedes or your boats and ship it off to Guatemala. Right, JD?
Let me see. Am I feeling pressure? Pressure. No, not at all.
How did she approach me? Like this. Oh, I have good news for you. You will be attending my charity event. We will be auctioning you off like a slave
No pressure. I'm fine. I'm not stressing out over this. I don't feel like she's really making us do this at all.
You'll be sitting at a table, a celebrity table, where they would pay $10,000 to sit with you. And I'm like, oh, really? Well, thank you. You know, I wasn't asked, I was told.
It's going to be so relaxing, and I just, it's no pressure. No pressure at all.
If you really care, just go out, charity should be done in an anonymous manner. That's true charity. It should be selfless. That's a true philanthropist. Instead, she's got bottles of champagne and Paul Mooney and Dave Attell, $10,000 tables. What, are you kidding me? $10,000. You know what I could do with $10,000? You know how many men I can make happy on $10,000? I'll take them over to the Dominican Republic, believe me.
She didn't come up to us and say, you're coming to my benefit. She didn't say anything like, you guys are going to be hosting a table. She didn't say that.
We're going to be raising our glasses, putting them down our gullets. Robin will go back home to her beautiful palace, one of her beautiful palaces, and she'll have one of her little servants stick a tube up her ass, another little Mexican roll her over in that stupid mat to, sweat her out. She'll have somebody feeding her berries and green drinks. And these little Guatemalan boys will be there with whacking the flies off their faces, eating shit out of a bowl. But hey, it's a fundraiser, and that's what's important.
She just asked, real low pressure, asked us. Sorry.
Hey, by the way, I should mention that Sal and Richard put together a new crank call, and they called a spiritual healer lady, which is funny in itself because what is
going on out there?
And probably the audience can't hear it, but we can. And in the halls, it's just yelling and talking, and like Jason arguing with Gary, and they were in here arguing in front of me about something.
Really?
Yeah. And I just said, enough, guys. They were arguing about whether the Super Bowl, whether New York should have a Super Bowl. And I said, well, it is cold weather and people like to sit there. But Gary goes, but Paul, they have all the regular games in the cold, so why can't they have a Super Bowl here? And I go, well, the Super Bowl. Don't ask. And then got into this long argument between Jason and Gary, and they love to hear themselves talk. And I go, guys, I got 2 seconds here. Let me get through the material we have to get through. And now Ronnie and JD are yelling at each other in the halls.
Oh.
And I've told Ronnie, please do not get involved with people.
You have to tell him that every 3 days.
Yeah, I'm getting to the point where I think he's got to go sit in the car. Why are you guys arguing out in the hall?
It's like a 1 second thing. It was nothing.
Yeah, but my door opens and then there's yelling on the air.
I know. I'm sorry.
What are you yelling at Ronnie about?
We're just fucking around.
Yeah, but don't fuck with him.
I know. Okay.
Do me a favor. Don't talk to him.
Okay.
I don't want anyone talking to Ronnie because he can't handle it. Then he gets into a fight and he gets berserk. He can't. He's like a child.
But it's my fault. He's not a fault.
Would you tease him?
No, we were
What'd you say? Tell me what happened.
No, we were just talking about something, and I thought he...
But he starts raising his voice, and he thinks he's funny. And then when he thinks he's funny, then he starts throwing... He's a nut job. What are you yelling at him about?
No, it wasn't... I thought he was saying something about me, but it wasn't, so that's...
And then he goes, get out of here. I'm not saying anything about you.
Well, something like that, yeah.
You stupid ass.
Yeah. Do me a favor. Don't...
You're totally full of shit.
Okay.
Otherwise, I got to release him from here. He can't handle it.
I tried to defend you, Ron.
He can't handle it.
I
don't want him bothering you. I told him that.
I'm stupid.
I'm sorry, Ron. And I'm sorry, Howard.
I told him not to bother because you can't handle it.
What do you mean I can't handle
You know
it?
it just escalates, and then it becomes a whole
Nothing
thing.
escalated.
I don't want to talk to this fucking guy.
Nothing escalated. What are you talking about?
Oh, these guys all bother me. I don't
Boy,
bother
you
them.
got up on the wrong side of the head.
No, do me a favor, JD, because then it gets ugly, and
No,
then he
nothing
hates
got
you.
ugly.
No one is to talk to Ronnie. Just
Good.
let him be
Nobody
the
talked to
security.
me. There was nothing. There was nothing going on.
Why, when the door is opening,
We
is he
weren't
yelling?
yelling. We were joking around.
Yeah, the joking,
Oh, you don't know
it's
about
always-
joking around.
Oh, I
you
know
don't
about-
like to joke around. I'm
You
sorry.
joke around until the joke's on you, and then you can't handle it.
I handled it.
Yeah, okay. Leave him alone.
I'm sorry. I made
Thank
the
you.
mistake.
Now you're my doctor.
He doesn't
my
understand that
psychiatrist.
you're
Leave me
joking
alone.
sometimes.
What's wrong with you? You didn't think that was funny? No.
He doesn't understand when you joke.
I said I'm sorry.
Okay.
It was
You know,
a
you
joke.
go to the zoo, they say don't feed the animals.
Yeah.
And then you get the one jerk off that feeds the animals. That's what you're doing. You're feeding the animals.
I'm sorry.
Fucking instigating motherfucker.
That's what it turns into.
No, it didn't.
Well, it will.
It didn't.
Eventually it will.
No, it won't. Fucking instigating motherfucker.
You can't handle when people joke. You get confused.
What are you talking about?
Sometimes you don't know they're joking, and you don't
I
like
know
being
it was-
teased. You don't handle things well.
Yeah, okay. I don't handle
Piece of shit.
Yeah, I don't handle things well. Okay.
You don't.
Okay. I don't.
I'm trying to help you.
Yeah,
Well,
help
he doesn't
okay.
know that?
Help me.
You don't know you
Help
can't
me.
handle things, that you get into fights with
I
people and you
wasn't
throw
fighting
things
with
and all?
anybody. I wasn't throwing anything. I wasn't fighting with anything.
Today. But tomorrow it turns into something.
No, it doesn't.
The JD's always
It
busting
didn't.
my balls.
I don't bother anybody. Nobody bothers me now.
You just
Okay.
fucking bust
don't
my
worry about it.
balls.
What's your problem over there? For
All right,
God's sake.
that's it. What's my problem. You're
Yeah.
my problem.
Yeah, good. I'm your problem.
I don't want to have to discipline.
There was no discipline, and there was nothing going on.
Okay. Keep it that way. Leave him alone. I'm telling you, playing with fire.
There was no fire.
Well, today there wasn't.
No, there wasn't fire.
Robin, explain.
Don't bring her into it, please.
I can't because you
She's
know,
in another whole universe
he
of it. I
can't
don't even
handle
get
it
into
when I
her.
talk at all.
Please.
Right. All right.
Did I say you were wrong?
JD,
It's
leave
my,
Ronnie alone.
I will.
You know how when people get older, they get wisdom?
Yeah.
Wisdom passed him by.
He hasn't
Right.
gotten old enough
He's
yet.
not old enough yet. He's still a teenager.
Exactly. Exactly
He's like
right.
a teen.
That's right.
I know more now than I did then.
No, it's just you two don't mix well.
We're
'Cause
fine.
you tease him, and then Ronnie comes back at you, and then it escalates.
No, it didn't escalate.
Nothing was going to happen.
And Richard and Sal, too. Leave them alone.
We were
I don't even talk to them.
Good. And they
They
shouldn't
lock
talk to you.
themselves in the room. We don't see each other. It's fine.
Good.
Every once in a while, Sal will have a little comment.
Okay.
You know?
And you handle that well.
And I laugh it off. I don't even answer them.
Today.
What do you mean today? It's been for weeks already.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Please,
What's the
I don't want to
problem
open
then?
the door and hear yelling.
We weren't yelling.
That was my fault. Yeah, our voices were raised, Ron.
They were raised, but we weren't yelling. We were
What were you
goofing
saying?
around. We were goofing around.
What was the goof? I want to
We
hear.
were talking about something, and then Benji walked by, and he heard me say something about shtick. He thought I was talking about him,
All right.
but I was talking about Benji.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah, well.
You stupid ass.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Nerds and old Jews mixed together like oil and water.
No.
Hey, what's up, Sammy?
It's all good.
Good morning.
Good. Well, it's actually still night for me.
You still going?
It's not morning. Well, I'm not still going, but I live in San Francisco, pal.
Oh, so this
And
is
that's
the middle
a
of the night.
4-hour time change now, okay? 4 hours. So
Four?
what time is it? Yeah,
this
we
way.
sprung forward or whatever it was. You know what I mean?
Oh, West. So you
Yeah.
lost that hour plus the 3 hours.
Yeah. So I'm
I'm rolling a little bit slow, but I'm kind of up for this. I haven't seen Howie in a long time, and I know how much he loves me. So.
You got the new book?
Not with me. It's out, yeah.
There's a lot of information in there, a lot of
sir,
stories to tell.
I wonder what Howard is going to want to talk about.
I think he's pumped, man.
Let's see, I wonder if he's going to want to talk
Your
about...
wife has it.
Howard's going to want to talk about, let's see, probably my childhood.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's probably the most G-rated. Well, no, actually, I peed in a water tank, so that's in there. Or he might want to talk about my wonderful life now.
You don't think he's going to want to hear any of the controversy?
He's going to skip right over the Van Halen years, I guarantee you. He don't want to hear. He knows about all that. You know what I mean?
You're right.
That's old news to him.
Sammy's new book is out. The book is called Red, My Uncensored Life in Rock. It's in stores today. The legendary Sammy Hagar. There he is.
He's here.
Yeah, looking good. I like the hair.
He looks the same.
Looks good. He got his own hair, not like David Lee Roth.
He's pulling it for us, just to let us know.
Do you have to do anything to that hair? In other words, is that like you woke up? Here, put those on so we can hear your mic. Do you have to do anything to it? In other words, style it? I mean, it comes out so beautifully, just
This
ringless.
is it.
Yeah.
Robin! Hi, baby.
Behind you.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Are you?
I'm still. I mean, you know, I went to sleep, but
Are you so happy because forget about the Van Halen? So I read the excerpt of the book in Rolling Stone, and I was raving about it on the air. I don't know if word got back to you or not.
It has.
Yeah.
I'm going. He's setting me up, but okay.
No. Fabulous book. I mean, if I haven't read the whole thing yet. But when I just got the book this weekend. I didn't get to read it yet. But when I read the excerpt in Rolling Stone, I said, "Boy, this is some fucking
He's
raw
letting
book."
it all hang out.
It's candid. No, I'm telling. I've told the truth. You know, that's half the reason why I wrote it, Howard, because I really wanted my story told. I've been kind of a underdog in my career. I've always been the guy kind of under the scenes behind. I never did the big press hit. You know, I stayed out of the tabloids, and a lot of people, you know, just go by what they hear about me. So I thought I might as well tell my story.
I have a million.
I have
questions.
a different story.
I have a million questions.
Well, Howard, we don't have that much time.
How much time do we have?
As long as you want. Are you kidding me? Books. Wait, another book.
Before we get to the book. You recently sold an interest in the tequila company Cabo Wabo, which is your company.
Yeah.
This is a very successful thing for you, right?
Biggest thing I've ever done in my life.
More than the music.
More than the absolutely.
Financially, you mean?
Absolutely.
I mean, not creatively, but financially.
Oh, absolutely. Creatively, it was pretty much. It was a fun trip too. You know, I did everything. I owned the company. I started from nothing. I went and got bottles. I took them to a plant. Farmers that made my tequila. I helped them bottle it. It was just grassroots, man.
Did you ever have a moral issue with making your own tequila? You saw the damage that Alex Van Halen and Eddie Van Halen went through.
My father.
And your father, who was a brutal man, and I'm going to get into that with you. Alcohol ravaged him. He was a bully. You even claim he raped your own mother, right?
Well, kind of. I mean, not really. I wouldn't want to say it like that. But in our family, it was he was kind of a sex maniac. But so am I. But I don't rape my wife.
No, but he forced himself on your mother.
I'm sure he did.
What did that do to you as a young man, knowing your father forced himself on your mother?
Well, at the time, I don't think I really knew it. You know what I mean? It's like, when you're growing up, you're a kid, you're in a family. I was the youngest of 4 kids. I was really protected by my big sister, man. Like, as soon as my dad would get drunk and start, beating on my mom or something, my sister would grab me out the window, we would go. So she kept me out of it. I loved my dad. I thought he was a hero because he was a tough guy, could beat people's ass, and I thought that was cool.
Everyone loves their dad, wants to love a dad. Everyone needs a dad.
But later when I found out about those things, I felt sorry for my mom. I wasn't pissed at my dad. He had problems. But I felt sorry for my mom.
So when you went into the tequila business,
yeah,
did you have a moral pang saying I might be contributing to the, there is a bigger issue, isn't there?
No, because probably if I had the problem and I was out selling it, I would feel guilty. I don't have that gene in me. Like, I don't wake up in the morning and want to drink. It's the last thing I want to do in the morning.
Because
like right now.
Yeah. You don't want one.
Want to do a shot? No.
No, I don't have that gene either. I drink 2 glasses of wine and I'm done.
Yeah, well, some guys, they just can't stop. My dad was like that. Ed, Al, they were like that. you know, I don't have that gene, so I don't feel guilty. I bet you if I felt like I was an alcoholic and I was struggling with it, I'd probably had a hard time with doing that. That company was for fun.
So what was your interest sold for? I mean, do you still have a part interest in cabba wabba?
Yeah, I do. For 3 more years.
How much did you sell off the whole company?
I sold off 80%.
80%. What type of money are we talking about here?
Not as much as you, Howard, but you know, you're the only guy I know that's richer than me.
No,
you're the only guy.
That's debatable. How many millions? How many millions did you make off of that?
$80 million.
$80 million.
Yeah.
Did you get a check for $80 million?
I got a check for $80 million.
What does that feel like?
Are you worth more than Eddie Van Halen?
Oh shoot, I don't know who I'm worth more than anybody, but I'm worth more than I was when I was a kid.
You're a very wealthy man.
I'm fine.
What is the lifestyle
That's
like?
never been one of my problems.
What is the lifestyle?
It didn't change. How about if it didn't change my life one bit? I was already rich. I've been in famous rock and roll bands my whole life.
Was there a moral pang then behind writing the book, the new book? Because as much as you paint Eddie and Alex to be, well, more Eddie to be despicable.
Well, just recently,
right?
The old Eddie, I love that guy.
I know, and you
know the both guys. You met them both, right?
And you know, you had a tremendously difficult time with Eddie. He did terrible things to Michael Anthony, a good friend of yours. Did you still say, you know, at the end of the day, I'm a wealthy man. I made tons of money. I don't need to expose this. What was the drive behind exposing it?
Totally tell my side of the story. Those guys from day one, when they turned on me, you know, this Van Halen was the greatest. We were the greatest friends on the planet from 85 to 95.
Looked like a fun band to be in.
It was. We had more fun than 10 monkeys in a barrel, man. We were.
I remember when you guys were first in here, we were like, okay, is this like not the David Lee Roth era? You guys really do get along. And it was like, we love each other.
You know,
wait a second.
We called ourselves the Four-Headed Monster. We did everything together. I was under that bus, and we were doing everything together, okay?
But you want to know something?
But Robin, they turned on me.
But, well, you're right.
They friggin' turned on me, man.
So this book was retribution to set the record straight, to say, listen, there are two sides to this story.
No, just that chapter.
Just that chapter.
This book was to set the record straight, that I earned everything I got and that I worked really hard for it. And it's an uplifting, positive story. It's a damn success story. It's an American dream. I did it.
Do you feel people think you haven't earned your success in some way?
I don't think they know. So I want them to know that I came from nothing, and you can do it too. So you can do it, Howard. Imagine that.
So it's an inspirational book.
Yeah, if we learn to sing.
Yeah. It's an inspirational book.
I think it really is.
When you have a father at home who's a drunk, who's beating your mother, who's forcing himself on your mother, who is, you know, there's a lot of pain in that family. Where do you come to learn guitar? I mean, how does like that would be?
How does the music seep in?
Yeah,
you know, I believe that any artist, people that do what you've tried to do, what you've done.
Still trying.
Yes, me too, Howard. That's one thing we have in common. We ain't done, are we?
Look at me being a rock star. I'm on the. I'm going to show you.
Where's your Rolling Stone?
Oh, I gave it to Gary.
People that choose to be an artist, you know, painters, guitar players, singer, you know, writers, you know, radio personality, actors, anybody that does those kind of things. Oh, there's my man. Let's see, you got the cover. I didn't get the covers.
I got two covers. Look at this. There's the second cover. Woo! Who's the rock star now?
I know. Howard, I know you. Listen, I know you. Okay, I know your history, man. You've been dogging me for so long, and then you came back around and kind of like me now. I told everybody.
I love you.
I think Howard likes me now.
I love you.
You almost ruined a friendship. My partner, Tyler Florence, you know, the chef, we're doing a restaurant. It's opening next week in our hometown, Mill Valley. And he goes, he goes, "Oh man, Howard's been talking about you." I said, "You listen to Howard?" He's going, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, dude, man, we might not be able to be partners here, man." He says, "Oh, I love that guy. I love that guy." I said, "Was he dogging me?" He said, "No, he's excited you're coming on."
So, Sammy, let's get back to the story.
Okay, but real quick, Howard, you got to let me finish this. I'm sorry, I get off on tangents. But the whole thing is, people that choose that kind of path in life, there's no guarantee that you're going to make it. You don't do it because you think you're going to be rich and famous. You would love to be rich and famous, but I played guitar because it was my passion. I was in love with it. It's all I wanted to do. So
you're saying, despite the turmoil in your family, the music was so in you that who bought
Might have been a refuge.
My mom bought me my guitar. She took a Sears catalog and paid $39.95 for a Silvertone guitar in a little case, and she made payments, Jack.
Was she alive to see your success as a solo artist?
My mom, many homes and cars and anything she wanted.
Still
when you
alive?
get to the last chapter, no, she passed a couple years ago. That's the other reason why I wrote the book, for her, and because I really, really know that my mom would be the person that I could go to 10 years from now and say, "Mom, hey, and what happened to Uncle Leroy? You know, what was his wife's name?" My mom knew everything.
She was your hero?
Oh, yes. But when she passed, the information went with it, because my mom, she was the keeper of the tree in our family, you know? So I had to write this book to get that, my knowledge. I said, man, while I'm remembering it, I'm getting this done. When my mom passed, that's kind of when I decided to do it.
Was your father physically abusive with you? Would he punch you?
No, my father loved me, and he never beat the kids.
Did he teach you how to fight?
Yes.
You're a very good fighter, aren't you?
Oh, I don't know if I'm a good fighter. Man,
Aren't you a boxer of some sort? Are you a boxer of some sort?
No. I like to box. I have a whole gym at my house, and I go and I beat on a heavy bag, and I do a speed bag a little bit.
You don't use weights and stuff. It's all about boxing. The old man would put you against another kid, and would you have to box and do all that stuff?
Yes, I would. And my friends, they didn't like coming home from school with me, because my dad had us put on the boxing gloves, and I was pretty good, you know, because my dad taught me how to punch, you know.
When is the last time you punched someone not in the gym? I'm talking about a real fight.
Oh, hell, it's been a long time. Ed and I almost went at it a couple times on the '04 reunion.
Is that right?
Yeah, there's a couple times we almost did it.
The reunion tour was awful.
It was the low part of the Van Halen scene for me, but I had to write about it. I had to put it in there.
The way you describe it in the book is remarkable to me. In fact, Robin brings up a time when you came in with Eddie and the whole band. I remember that appearance here on our show. I remember Eddie rambling and moving around the studio, not able to concentrate. It was rather disruptive. And I actually sensed that at that point you guys weren't that enamored with one another.
We weren't the last.
And you were annoyed.
I was totally annoyed.
That's when
they had already turned on me. In '95, the last tour, the Balance tour, it was over. Ed Loeffler died, our mentor, manager, my mentor. He was my manager through my whole career. Took over Van Halen when I joined him. We went to the top and did everything right. When he died, Ed now hired Al's brother-in-law.
Yeah.
And he came in with 1 year, the band broke up.
All right,
he went to Ed now, Conquer Divide. He was never my manager.
You're saying that originally when you got into Van Halen, and it's interesting when you got into Van Halen,
I took a cut in pay, Howard.
Well, did you really?
I really did.
Because you were a solo artist that was having success.
Yeah, I was doing multiple arenas too, and I had good business. My manager, I was coming home with 70% of my net and 70% of my gross. They were coming home netting like 17% of their gross.
Why was that? Because the band has to split up 4 ways,
and they had a bad record deal. They were getting less money from the record company. They had a 3/4 publishing rate. I was getting a full 100% publishing rate, and the promoters were stealing from them.
When you decided to join Van Halen, in fact, there was at one point you said to Eddie and Alex, "Why don't you guys join me? Because I've got the better record deal."
Just Eddie, because I hadn't met Alex yet.
Oh, but Eddie said, "No way, I'm in Van Halen."
No, he just said, "Come on down, man." You know, Eddie's back then he was the sweetest, most cunning person. He could get you out from behind that booth over here and hugging him and stuff, you know.
So
you know how humble Eddie used to be, right?
Yes.
He was the sweetest guy I've ever met.
One of the best guitar players ever, right?
Well, absolutely.
And so when you went to see Eddie Van Halen, you went to his home.
Yeah.
and you guys jam together. Is that
Yes.
correct? And what does that mean, jam together? You meet this guy, and then what? You whip out your guitar, he whips out his guitar,
Exactly.
and you begin to play.
Have a couple amplifiers, a bass player, a drummer, and Ed on guitar. Have a little microphone for me, and with a little tiny PA in their room about this size or smaller.
And what kind of music are you doing? Are you doing your music?
No. They had Ed stayed up all night with Al and Mike, and they'd put together Summer Nights, the music, kind of a rough version of Summer Nights and a rough version of Hello Baby Good Enough, the first song on 5150.
Tell me about that. In other words, so when they come and present you with this music, do they say, "Hey, Sammy, what kind of lyrics would you put to this?" Or,
No.
what do they do?
See, I'm a musician, Howard, so I can either play guitar with you and just ad-lib, or I can jam. You know, I start going la da 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 da. When I hear it go do 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 do, I hear it playing that. I just start humming along, screaming along, right?
No
making
words.
up words,
Right?
But I said Summer Nights with my radio. Honest to God, I said that line. I just straight out of my mouth. So that song inspired me to say that, and then I thought, well, now we're talking about Summer Nights on radio, But that came the next week.
So there was this beautiful magic the first time you sat down.
It was killing,
and you knew it, and you said to your record company,
"Look at, I'm getting goosebumps again."
Right,
okay?
just talking about it
later.
Is that true? You had goosebumps that night, right?
God's
Because
truth, yeah.
you said, "Wow, these guys are my musical brothers. I can jam with them. We could make great music together."
Well, it's like a dream band. It really reminded me of Cream. I loved Cream. Eric Clapton, Jack Bruce, Ginger Baker, right?
Fantastic.
They played like Sunshine was. Everything was like funky, but yet kind of slow and held back and deep in a pocket. And I played everything so hyper. You know, you look at me.
Right.
Look at me. It's 5 o'clock.
You're
It's
revved
2
up.
o'clock in the morning from California.
It's like you had 50 Red Bulls.
Yeah,
right.
and I haven't. I had a cup of coffee and a little sugar.
So they slowed you down musically?
Oh, yeah, they pulled me back into a groove. And I came from the blues. I came from soul music, but whenever I played it, it was always like, hey.
Sammy, on the business side of things, because you had to deal with a record company, how do you then get out of your own solo deal, and how do you
It's
get...
in the book, Howard.
I happen to know that. That's why I'm leading you into it. I read it.
He's
Sammy,
such a damn
we're on the
friend.
radio. You want me to tell
shit, I
people?
keep forgetting. I
Sammy got
thought
out
we
of his record label because
You
he
could
promised...
just sit there.
He promised them an album, and then the record company's talking. They got to cut to the. I
Yes.
wanted you to tell him I was being
Oh,
gracious.
geez, Howard, I'm sorry.
What do I need you for if I can know all the answers?
Exactly. Well, I told you,
So
it's
let's
2
start
o'clock in the
again.
morning for me.
Edit that out. There you go.
Yeah.
Sammy, so what happens when you have a record company and you're under contract with them? What do you do? I mean, so Van Halen wants you. You say, that's it. I want to be in this band. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to go do it. What does the record company say?
I had a great manager, Ed Leffler. And like I said, he took over. He just said, you want to be in the... I told him I was going to be in the band. He said, he stayed with Ed now for a couple hours after I left at the first show, and he asked him a lot of questions, and he comes back and goes, Sammy, you're going to have to take a cut and pay. Them guys are not making any money. I mean, they're just blowing it, you know.
Wow.
And so I'm saying, I don't care. I want to do this. He goes, okay, you want to do this? Let me try to get it done. So he goes to Geffen, David Geffen, who I was on Geffen. I was his only, there was me, John Lennon, and Donna Summer, I guess, at that time.
Right.
So it was kind of a new label. I know what it was. Donna Summer was gone. But whatever it was, I was like their biggest selling artist.
Right.
Okay.
And so how do they agree
David
to all
Geffen's
this?
smart. See, he goes to Mo Austin and goes, first he tried to talk me out of it.
Right.
Geffen did. Hey, what are you trying to do? Why would you want to do this? You know, you can't replace, a David Lee Roth. He's too flamboyant. You're not like that. You're a musician. And
a lot of that thinking makes sense. I mean, at the point that
David Geffen is not a stupid man. He's very smart.
How many bands can you name where a new guy came in and they were more successful? I think you might be the only example.
Well, AC/DC's done okay with Brian,
Right.
that's for sure.
That's right.
But they've hammered out some pretty damn good records. That's what we did too. So Geffen says, finally he goes, obviously the light went on in his head, because he had a distribution deal with Warner Brothers. They distributed Geffen's records. Shortly after that, he took it from there and gave it to Universal. So obviously he was butting heads already. We didn't know that.
Right.
Went to Mo Austin, stuck him up, said, Mo, you want to have this up? You're either going to lose your biggest band or if you want me to let this guy do this, I want a free record from Sammy after this, and I want half of Van Halen. And
wow.
he got it.
And he got half of it.
I guess. I mean, I didn't see the checks being written back for us, but that's what I was told by my management.
So you described this relationship with Eddie Van Halen at first. Musical brothers, you guys. I remember the press photos. You guys were all over each other. I remember the show when you guys went out on tour. I mean, you're practically lovers on stage. You're hanging all over.
Hold
buddies.
on here. Hold on.
Well, you know
Howard.
what I mean. I mean, you guys had a real connection.
He's trying to run me into that corner. Right, listen.
So the manager dies. The manager dies. And then suddenly everything changes. What changed? I don't understand. The good manager dies.
I guess probably a year or so before that, Ed was starting to, get a little weird about his band. I ran the band, Howard. I hate to say this. I'm no ego trip here, but when I walked in, it was like they were looking for a fearless leader. Roth was the leader of that band. You know, like it or not, Ed was a musical guy. Roth was the leader of that band.
Right.
So I walk. They're sitting around twiddling their thumbs. And I go, well, what do you want to do? I'd say, well, what do you guys want to do? So I don't know. What do you want to do? I'd say, well, let's get together tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Okay. So it just starts like that. Then the next day, hey, what time you want to start? Hey, what do you want to do? So I just took over. It was like, they were sitting there waiting. I became their fearless leader. I've always been a leader. Can't help myself.
Right.
But then it's about 9 years later, right before Ed Loeffler dies, I guess I hear from Johnny Barbas and some of Loeffler's friends, well, Eddie was, Ed Loeffler, we called him Eddie too, was really worried about, Ed starting to, question a lot of stuff you wanted to do. Well, why is Sammy doing this behind my back? Why is he doing this 𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗿 thing? Why is he always going to Mexico? Why is he wearing those clothes? It's like he started freaking out on me, I guess.
What do you think happened? Was it drugs? Was it drinking? Was it making him paranoid?
And he's growing up a little bit, Ed was an innocent little kid, I'm telling you, when I walked in there.
So he grew up and said, you know what, maybe I want to take some control of this band.
That's right. In my heart, I think that's what happened the first time. That's when I got fired the first time.
Right.
I'm going to get kicked out of Chicken Foot. I guarantee you, watch this. Montrose, they fired me. Eddie fired me.
Chicken Foot is your new band.
Yes, Joe Satriani. He'll fire me eventually.
You're with Joe Satriani.
He's going to do it.
It's a band.
It's inevitable.
It's you, Joe Satriani, Michael Anthony,
and Chad Smith from the Chili Peppers.
Right. Okay. So you've got a band now, and you will be kicked out of it. We know that.
Okay. I know it's in the future.
So you're saying that you were this leader. They needed a leader. You filled that void, and then suddenly Eddie starts to grow up and go, "I want to be the leader now."
But why is he so worried about what you're doing? Outside of the studio, like the 𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗿 stuff.
Well, because he starts finding out that when I joined Van Halen, I owned a travel agency at that time called Steady State Travel, and I started for myself. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars a year on travel.
Right.
So I said, why am I paying all this money? And they're making 10%. I'll do it. I'll make 10% myself, And so I bought the travel, I bought the girls. You run it, give you a little piece. And when I came to Van Halen, I already owned it. So Van Halen was using my travel agency, and Tart was using it, and Whitesnake, and all those big 80s bands were using my travel agency. And Eddie finds out, well, why can't we start our own travel? Well, Sammy's already got a travel agency. Well, why can't we start when I'm going? Well, you want,
you didn't want one.
It was always that kind of stuff, right? 𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗿. Well, why does he always got to go down there? He was jealous. It was a weird kind of little kid high school mentality.
I think you hit it on the head. Eddie Van Halen was jealous. In other words, you were happy in your life. Eddie became increasingly unhappy.
I was kind of acting like a grown-up, but he didn't.
You described in the book that sometimes when you were in Mexico doing your thing and having a good time and relaxing, Eddie would just call you back to the studio over and over again just to make you miserable. He couldn't stand that you were happy. Is that correct?
Yeah, that was when I was in Hawaii. That was at the last year.
Mm-hmm.
So here comes Ed Loeffler dies. I guess Ed was keeping all this down, and Eddie seemed okay. I didn't feel any weirdness. I felt the jealousy a little bit,
Right.
Anything I want to do. Why are you doing that? Well, where are you going now? It started getting like your old lady and shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
right. It's like a wife who won't leave you alone.
Right.
And those are the worst wives in the world.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah, I'm a separate person. Yeah.
So it started getting kind of weird, but I didn't really sense it. Then when Ed Loeffler died, we got the new manager. And that guy came in, and he saw the problem. Ed went right to him. Eddie went, fuck, Hagar's doing this, yeah. And this guy went, oh, yeah, we'll fix that. So I had I had a record contract with.
So the new manager sided more with Eddie Van Halen.
And now
instead of just taking sides,
they got him in. He went right with them.
Wow, that was the beginning of the end.
He divided and conquered. He split us up. He told them, "Yeah, Hagar's going to do this, and you know what he's doing this," and he was doing all this stuff. And so I wouldn't sign with the guy. He didn't get 20% of my money.
Right.
I was a free agent at that point in Van Halen, and they hated that too. So, but he went to Warner Brothers. This guy did. This is God's truth. And I had a record deal in there to where after every Van Halen record, Ed Loeffler, when we re-signed with Warner Brothers, I could do a solo record for $1.5 million. After I had to do a Van Halen record, then I could do one. I didn't have to tour. I could do acoustic shit and get $1.5 million.
Right.
I never took that option until my greatest hits package. And so I never did it. And they hated that I had that. And Ray Daniels went in. That's the guy who did it, okay?
Right.
He went to Warner Brothers, renegotiated our deal, only for Ed and Al, took me out of the contract and took my golden parachute, said, Sammy can do no solo records on this label. Can you believe it? That's behind my back. And Ed and Al signed off on it. Because they signed off on it. He renegotiated our deal.
So it sounds to me like there was tremendous jealousy within Van Halen.
But that's evil.
Yeah.
It's like, man, that's why.
Taking away someone's livelihood. As you say, safety cushion.
Exactly,
if
man.
anything went wrong.
Golden parachute I had.
Well, yeah.
In case they threw me out or I wanted to quit,
Well, sometimes people want to control you, and
that's what it was.
They're afraid of losing you.
I'm not a very controllable guy, Howard.
Well, do you think they were arrogant in a way? They had success with David Lee Roth, they had success with you, and then all of a sudden they kind of said, you know what, who needs him? Whoever's we make our lead singer, it's going to be huge.
Yeah.
And it's not the case. They were lucky. They hit lightning twice.
Yeah, they tried it a third time.
Yeah, they did.
So what was it?
Howard, what do you think's wrong up there? Now, let me ask you this. Okay, you see the picture. Now, I'm just asking you for advice because I'm trying to put it together myself.
Right.
Last record we did was 91, 92, something like that. We did the Balance record. That's the last studio record. That was like almost 20 years ago. And then they do one record in 20 years, and they said that I quit. That's half the reason why I wrote this chapter in my new book. It's only a chapter, folks. Well, there's a couple Van Halen chapters. There's a good chapter and then the bad chapter.
Right.
And they said that I quit, that they didn't kick me out, which is bullshit.
Right.
But that I quit because I didn't want to work, that I didn't want to go on tour, and I didn't want to make records, that I wanted to do my solo stuff and hang around in Cabo and stuff. I'm going, yeah, I want to do all that too, and those guys haven't worked since. It just cracks me up.
Yeah, well, there was a lot of mistruths there, and I think everyone wants to paint everyone.
I told the truth in my book.
Yeah. So you described the beginning of the Van Halen experience as somewhat magical.
Totally magical.
And by that I mean you sit down with these guys the first time, and you're able to create music rapidly. Eddie's working at a rapid pace. His guitar work is second to none, and you're impressed. By the time Van Halen, you guys broke up, and you even did the reunion tour, you describe in Eddie Van Halen, you claim in your book that this guy cannot even play his own music anymore.
Well,
that's pretty serious indictment.
I don't know if he didn't care or if he just wasn't capable. I think sure he's capable, but he wasn't doing a good job. Just too wasted. Didn't try learning the old song. The songs that we wrote in Van Halen, songs like Right Now and Dreams and Top of the World, Pound Cake, Best of Both Worlds. Those are complex pieces of music.
Right.
A lot of people don't realize this isn't like, Running with the Devil or something. The early stuff was a lot simpler. When I joined the band, Eddie got into the keyboards, really got into a sophisticated chord change.
David didn't want keyboards in Van Halen.
Well, it's harder to sing when you play certain chord changes. You got to have some pretty good voice control to stay on key when you're making those kind of weird changes.
David Lee Roth not a good singer?
No, he's great. He was a great frontman, and he was a great personality. Not a great singer. Had style.
You didn't like him. You even thought that he came off as gay, right? And I mean, effeminate.
The way he always dressed and acted, I would say, wow, this guy's, but...
But you really hate him. I mean, you even...
No, I don't hate him at all.
He came from a
Do you know him?
Well,
we did
they
a
went
tour
on tour
together.
together.
We went did
I
55
forgot.
shows together.
And that tour,
and every
that?
night he was unreasonable, and every night he tried to get the upper hand. He'd set out of town in his bus, and when it's his turn to open, like I agreed to flip flop. Oh, all right, right. That was pretty generous of me.
I think so. Since you sold more albums than him.
And you
Go
have
ahead.
the bigger records, right?
Yes, and a bigger solo career, period. You know, so Dave had his run, but man, you know, he was in the toilet. So Irving Azoff puts it together and says, yeah, you know, we'll get Dave. So Dave agrees to everything. We get out there. It's his turn to open. Oh, Dave's bus is broke down outside of town. You know, maybe Sam should go on. They'd try to pull that crap. I mean,
you described that he is
bald. It was
bald.
like, get out of here. We're grown men.
You call him bald in the book.
Oh, come on.
You
Howard,
do.
he is.
He's bald, right?
Yes, he is.
Is that what's going on?
But that's
Why do you
okay.
have to
The
go
only reason
there?
why I yelled at him, I called him that, is because he pulled that stuff on me. We got to New York. It was my turn to close because we flipped the coin on the first show. And when it got to New York, it was like my turn to be the headliner, and he wouldn't do the show.
You hated him.
So that pissed me off. I was mad at him during that time. I don't hate that guy. I got nothing against Dave. Be honest with you, I was hoping him and I could have become buddies, and we got in the car, drove up to the Van Halen brothers and said, come on, fellas, we're going to go do something. You know what I mean? It would have been awesome, but he wasn't that kind of guy. It was like this every day. Dave, you in there? Dave's not here. It was kind of like the Cheech and Chong movie. You know what I mean? He wouldn't answer his door in his bus. I mean, come on.
And isn't that funny? Because here's a guy who was down on his luck. He tried replacing me on the radio.
Totally.
I mean, he had a perfect thing with you and Van Halen. I'll never understand why someone self-destructs like that. Why does the ego, even after all the ego knockdown, he still has that fucking ego?
Oh, he does. No, he's a star. David Lee Roth is a star. He was a fallen star at that moment, and he probably still is. I don't know. I wasn't big on that reunion thing, but whatever. I hope they do a record. I'm all for them. You know, like people don't understand that about me, and hopefully you'll get that from the book. I don't care about that. I wish him only the best. I would love to be friends with those guys again. I was hoping in 04 on the reunion tour that Ed and I would become the best friends in the world again, and we'd go on and make wonderful music, and it was
But
just
the
didn't
reunion
happen.
tour ended up to be a disaster.
It was horrible.
Let me take you through that. So
No, you don't have to take me through it, Howard. I went through it once. No,
Sammy, the book is fascinating. Don't fight me on this. When you first started out in Van Halen,
will this sell books, Howard?
Yes.
Okay,
When you
all right,
believe
go,
me, I said on the air, you got to buy this book. I don't read books, and I'm reading this book. Sammy, let me understand this, because I love Van Halen and I love you.
I do too. I really do.
So when the band starts out, things are great musically, and this is where I was going with this. And you even you go out on tour, and the thing is great. You even described sexually at one point you couldn't come anymore. You were fucking so much.
What?
You were married to your first wife when you joined Van Halen.
Yeah.
And you would describe that during Eruption, which is a 20-minute break for you because you're the singer. You had a special room you would go to during the concert. Is that correct?
We all had changing rooms under the stage. We built it so you could go down there because Van Halen's a solo. You know, Al did a solo 20 minutes, Ed did a 20 minutes, Mike did a solo.
Everyone's got to do it solo.
Right. So
Would that make you mental?
Everybody gets a break.
Exactly. So you go in your little tent.
Would that make you mental that everyone had to have their solo? I mean, did it really? Was it necessary?
It was. It was.
It was.
But when I saw Van Halen the first time in 1984, I did a show, a big stadium with them. They only played 8 songs because everyone went out and jerked off their solos for so long, you know. And Eddie was the only one that should have been doing a solo, right? But you know, even Mike's was.
How did you get that under control when you joined the band?
I said, let's just shorten all this up.
And they said, okay, because you were looking for a leader.
Yeah.
I remember that. Alex Van Halen drum solo. I remember Michael Anthony bass solo.
Yeah. We just shortened everything up. Mike just became boom, ba-da-da-doo, bam, boom, bang, you know, boom, boom, you know, whatever.
You were able to look at the show and go, wait, we're boring people here sometimes.
No, it just wasn't fair. We had so many great songs. I wanted more songs in the set.
And that's what people want,
and
let's face it.
And we put together 2.5 hours.
So describe this. You're a married man, and you first say to yourself...
my marriage was over. I tried
Well, no, you were a married man. Let me correct you, because I read your book.
Was over.
Yeah, but I mean, it was over. You know.
No, at first, in order to sort of live this lifestyle, you said, blowjobs are okay, it's not sex. sex.
That was early on.
Yeah, right. Talk about that philosophy,
Oh,
and that doesn't work, does it? The damn
Come on,
breaks.
when you're fighting with the devil every day, you know, like I wasn't a drug guy. You know, I drank a little bit, I partied a little bit, but I tried not to fall into the rock star trap because I was married. I had a child, and I really cared about my family. I didn't want to get divorced. You know, it's like things were tough, but you know, but you're sitting there and all these girls coming at you, man, and you're going, whoa, whoa. So I started making up little rules, like, okay, I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
you know?
okay, go ahead. Yes.
And they'd say, oh no, man, come on, you know, let's do this, let's do that. I say, no, this is.
So the
okay.
first rule was you would accept a blowjob during, let's say, during eruption. You would go down to your dressing room, and what would
Only
be
during eruption.
Right,
That's
there
not
would be-
cheating.
Yeah, well, he would erupt. So what would you do? You go down there. Would guys bring women back who are fans of Van Halen, and you would say, "Look, time to blow me"? I mean, how does it work?
How do you get
It
them
was
to
all
do
set
that?
up. I walked back, drop them, baby, and sit down. Like, who's next? You know?
Did you even know their names? Nothing.
No.
It was. It's almost like a
Sometimes,
milking machine.
But wait a minute. They were just willing to do that?
Yes,
or
ma'am.
was
I'm sorry. I don't, you know, I'm kind of embarrassed by all this now. And plus, my wife right now wants to kill me. You know that.
So you say you got blown so much that sometimes you couldn't come. It was like, how many times a day were you coming?
I don't know, couples, you know, whatever. But it was,
What a life.
it was every day and all that. And it just got to the point where it just kind of, it just wasn't, it just didn't, it was just kind of like,
It was crazy.
no big deal.
I'm
you know
sure
what I
a
mean?
guy sitting at home can't even understand why you stopped that party, but it became empty for you. Did you feel any pangs of guilt, like you were using people? That,
Oh, yeah. You know, I was never cruel to women, and I was never mean to these guys. I'd treat them so they were so happy. I'd give them, you know, drinks and
candy.
And then hang around backstage, and you know, I'd say, hey, you guys stay back here and do whatever you want. You know, it wasn't like, okay, now get him out of here. You know, it was fun.
But
you know,
were there ever
I was
repercussions? Were there ever repercussions? Did a girl start crying because you kick her out of the room? You know,
No, I
you know.
didn't kick anybody out of the room unless they needed to be kicked out of the room.
But what
You
about
know.
when they couldn't get you back on the phone? Hey, Sammy, I blew you.
Yeah, remember me?
Howard, man, I have children at home.
I know you do, but
they don't listen to you.
But
Thank
this is-
God.
But
right?
they're going to read your book one day. Trust me.
Well, that was probably the biggest thing. More everybody said, well, did you feel bad, you know, saying all this stuff about Van Halen, throwing everybody, including myself, under the bus? I said, I got a 9-year-old daughter and a 14-year-old daughter. I got 2 grown sons, but my 2 little girls, I'm going, oh, God, you know, this is going to be tough. But you make the decision. You're either going to write the book or not.
Right.
My ex-wife, I mean, I asked my son, what do you think your mom's going to do? They're going, Pop, I don't think she could think any less of you. Isn't that a good line?
Well, why is it? Because you
Well, 'cause
became
she
unavailable,
knew.
didn't you?
Yeah.
And you were cheating, and you were, and at some point you said, "Blowjobs aren't enough. I'm going to start fucking now."
Well,
And that was
yeah.
the
Well,
thing.
here's what happened, Howard. See, my wife and I, it was over about 5 years before we got divorced.
Okay.
And I said, I'm going to take a break in life, and we're going to go to Africa. We went to Africa for a whole month, and you know, on safari.
Sounds horrible.
And
No, it sounds beautiful.
What, going with a
awesome.
woman?
Yeah.
Going
Well,
with a
no,
woman that you're not in love with anymore in Africa?
And my
You'll fall in
14-year-old
love.
son.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, that's better. All
and I'm
right.
saying, let's have a family vacation. Let's see if I really, because I was ready to split. You know,
Right.
saying this is over. And she gets pregnant. In Africa, in safari,
So it was
romantic.
going well.
So I said, "Uh-oh, you know, now I got a pregnant
Poor
woman
you.
on my hands
Yeah.
again." It could have been. She might have known what she was doing. She might
Right.
have saw it was coming to an end and decided to get pregnant. I don't know.
Did you use a rubber on her?
It's my wife. Hell no.
What do you mean? I mean, what you just put it in and hope you wouldn't have a kid?
No, she
You-
was on, you know, some
She
kind
was
of birth
supposed to be
control
on
and stuff.
Oh,
something.
I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
So you blew a load inside her. Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead,
and she got pregnant, and
Right.
so I thought, wow. And then we had our second son, which was Andrew. And I just thought, oh, this is wonderful. I love this little kid. I can't leave a wife and kid, but
Right. So
that's when I went nuts. I just got out there,
Cheating,
stayed on
the whole
tour,
thing,
and I
right.
did anything and everything. And as soon as I get split up with my wife, I meet
when you were in
Kari.
Africa. Why didn't you try to get a lion to eat her? That would have been that would have been the perfect way out. No divorce.
Oh my goodness!
Did you go through
right here?
Did you go through a lot of divorce
You're
money?
You're going to get me in trouble. See?
Did you go through a lot of divorce money when you got divorces?
Yes, I did.
You didn't have prenups and all that kind of stuff.
No, I married my childhood sweetheart, my first marriage, and I was. We were married 23 years, had 2 kids, and I was in the biggest band in the world, making as much money as you could possibly make with other businesses and everything else.
What check did you write? How much money did you have to write?
I wrote a check to her for $9 million, and I paid her $23,000 tax-free a month for 10 years.
Wow!
God bless
I love you
Ain't
too.
I a good guy?
Yeah.
Come on.
Hey, I'll blow you backstage during the eruption.
Come on out here, Robin.
Sammy, so
when I met Kari, I was on the loose and everything. When I met Kari, it wasn't this way at all. It was at
Kari this current
someone's
wife?
birthday party. Kari's my second wife, and we've been married for 20. We've been married 18 years or whatever it is, but we've been together over 20. Whatever.
You recognized you wanted a relationship.
No, I didn't want it. Are you crazy?
How did she?
It's the last thing I wanted.
So how did she?
Was to fall in love.
How did that happen? You fell in love.
I fell in love.
Did you say, why can't this be love?
I said I love my baby's pound cake, but
so you fell in love, and you don't miss that lifestyle. Do you ever lay in bed and go, gee, you know?
No, not at all. I would rather be with my wife, and we've been together, 19, 20 years now. We've been together, and we have a 14-year-old daughter and a 9-year-old daughter. I would rather be with my wife and kids than anything. I don't want to hang with my buddies at some bar, Right. I don't do that kind of stuff. I don't go to strip bars. I never really did do that.
Do you think that's why you didn't go insane like Eddie? He didn't have that stable home life. I know he had a wife and a son, but
I dig it. I love being home with my family.
Do you indict drugs and drinking for Eddie? Is that his behavior with all of that stuff? Is that what did him
I
in?
wouldn't say that helped. And it didn't help, me deal with it either. I was doing it with him. I just wasn't doing as much.
But you described the brothers used to I guess they used to get up in the morning and drink first thing.
But Al took the oath after the 5150 tour,
right,
and never drank again, to my knowledge. And I can't believe Al was strong and he was the wildest guy. He's dancing on tables and stuff.
Right.
He was really a fun guy to get drunk with. Ed was never any fun to get drunk with because he'd get kind of moody and stuff.
You described that Eddie Van Halen was a nightmare, and when I read the book, what I felt like was between the whole David Lee Roth stuff with Van Halen, I felt like you were one of those guys who felt like he was trapped in an insane asylum.
No.
Yeah. Wait a
I
second.
Had a blast.
Wait a second. Stop it. You describe some blast. You describe on the last tour. You got on a private plane with Eddie. He almost kicked the windows out of the plane.
That was
He kicked the windows out of the plane?
No, he was punching the windows because Mike and I took a shower after the show and got barbecue sandwiches before we got on the plane.
And he was waiting for you. And he turned to you and said what? What did he say to you when you got on that plane?
Don't ever make me wait for you guys. Man, I'll never, when this tour's over, you guys are going to have nothing. You're going to need me if you ever want to do anything ever again. Don't ever make me wait. And I'm going, what? Easy, dude. Hey, come on. We got a barbecue sandwich here, man. We took a shower.
So you were guilty of taking a shower, and you said after that, I am not flying with this guy. You went and got your own private jet.
Absolutely.
I mean, it was a lot more expensive to get your own private jet. You all could have flown
they paid
together.
For it. Are you kidding?
So you had to get a second private jet.
Yes, sir, we did. And Mike and I flew in it. And it wasn't just because of that. It was because
you and Michael Anthony flew in it, the bass player, who they discarded. What happened?
This is probably the reason he's not in the band. He took your plane.
Well, Mikey's smart enough to get out of that one. But look, Michael Anthony, one of the best singers on the planet, one of the greatest rock bass players in history, right up there with Geddy Lee. To be able to play and sing like that.
When you say one of the best singers, he is the guy who doubles your voice,
all that
right?
background singing, all the harmonies are Mikey, and he kills it, man. He's awesome. That's the Van Halen sound,
right?
And you take Mike. And he's the most reliable guy, and he's the nicest guy in the world. He's the first guy there, the last to leave, the last to cause any trouble, and they fired him for being my friend. That's how much they dislike me. Why, Howard? What in the hell went wrong?
That's disloyal. How did they fire him?
What's not to like about Robin loves me.
How did they get Michael Anthony to sign a piece of paper to say, I no longer own anything Van Halen? Did they have to pay him a tremendous amount of money?
No, well... We all made a lot of money. So Mikey did
What is a lot of money?
Well. I don't know.
Hundreds of millions of dollars?
Oh, all in? Sure.
What did you do with your money? Where do you invest this money? I know you have 𝗛𝗵𝗶 particular. What do you do? How do you invest this money?
Here's what I don't do. I don't play around in the stock market. I don't play around with investors and give other people my money. I buy and do things that I can control.
Like what?
Well,
gold?
I have some gold, but I have a lot of real estate.
Real estate.
And I have a lot of really nice cars. And they're very valuable.
Cars?
I don't buy ones.
Oh, you mean?
I don't pay $500,000 for a car and bring it home.
But you
and
won't
it's worth
take some
$2.
money and give it to an investment advisor and do me some conservative stocks or something like that.
What's a
Very
conservative
little.
stock these days?
I don't
Very
know.
low. I have a lot of it in trusts for my kids, and I don't need very much money. It's like I have.
So what kind of lifestyle do you live?
𝗛𝗵𝗶,
Yeah, where do you live?
I live in Mexico, I live in Hawaii, and I live in California.
That's a beautiful thing. You surf?
No.
You look like a surfer.
I know, but I'm a beach bum. I'm a hodad.
So when you start, what's a hodad?
That's a guy that sits on the beach and watches people surf, and probably drives a Woody and has a surfboard on top.
Oh, you look like a surfer, but you're not.
When you describe the end of Van Halen,
I did.
And Michael Anthony is thrown out. It sounds like an insane asylum. You describe.
It does sound like it now, but
you described going over Eddie's house to work with him when they called you back and said, "Let's do a reunion tour." And you said it was like a tornado had gone through the house, that you couldn't believe someone lived in such squalor, like a homeless person.
Well, Valerie had split. Once Valerie was gone, Ed, he didn't take care of himself. He's not that kind of guy. I mean, I'm probably not. I mean, I'd do a little better job, I'm sure. But, if I didn't have a wife and a maid and stuff, I'd be living pretty funky. Not as bad, but,
But you were shocked at the squalor.
I was shocked. And I wasn't shocked at it. I was like, whoa. Geez, Ed, hey, got anything in this refrigerator? Door, clunk,
The door fell off.
Damn near. But it was cool. I think that shit's funny.
Yeah, but funny, you don't really
But
think
you're
it's
not
that
living
funny.
it.
No.
Yeah, Rich, you don't think it's that funny when you're sitting in that squalor and you're waiting for Eddie to work with him, and you're sitting there and waiting hours on end. Now, you're a pretty successful
Howard,
guy.
my book better go #1 for you giving this chapter this much love.
Brother, when I read it, I said to Robin, what did I say? Everyone should buy this book.
Yes,
It's an
you
amazing
said it's
chapter.
an amazing book, and everybody should
Sammy,
read it.
you were left to sit in the living room.
No. I was
waiting.
at 51. I was at the studio. The house is like directly across the driveway. There's a driveway between the house and the studio. The house is here. You walk up the driveway, and there's the old garage, and that's where the studio.
But it shows what little ego you have, because you're willing to go to his house, to 5150, to sit there and wait for him. And there is a reasonable amount of time to wait for Eddie Van Halen.
That's where we did everything. So, of course, I'd say, yeah, we're going to meet at the studio. Great. But
so you meet at 3 o'clock, and sometimes he doesn't show up till 11 o'clock at night.
Exactly.
And you're sitting there.
Al would be always there to entertain me. And Al and I, we get to laughing and joking and have a good time. I love Al. Wish he was my big brother.
Isn't Al an enabler in a sense? Because
totally.
Because he's sitting there waiting for Eddie too. I mean, at some point, you just turn to him and go, you know what, fucker? You're disrespecting us. We can't wait here for 10 hours.
Oh, no. We said everything in the planet to Ed, man. It was like, at that stage, it was like, have you been following Charlie Sheen at all?
Oh, yes. God. How can you not?
Charlie's he's heading towards Halenville.
Yeah.
Who's worse, Charlie or Eddie?
Oh, Eddie was much worse than that.
Much worse.
Oh, much worse. So but it's very similar in the sense that I don't know what happened. It's like you saw Charlie, the healthy guy. He had, color in his face, and he looks kind of normal on TV. And then all of a sudden, like one morning, my wife comes running in, goes, I'm sitting there drinking coffee, trying to write some 𝗛𝗵𝗶 lyrics, and she comes running and says, oh, my God, you got to see this. It looks just like Eddie. Look, he looks... I go, whoa. I go, what the hell?
Are you saying Charlie Sheen may have some problems?
He does now.
Yeah.
I mean, but see, here's the thing. What I like about Charlie is that I don't know him. See, I knew Eddie, so it's hard for me to deal with the guy who just kind of went way out there, too far off the leash, But Charlie, if I didn't know him, I'd be going, man, I'll go hang with that guy. He looks he's having a good time. He's pretty honest about everything.
It's funny you say, because this Rolling Stone article.
You roll with him, you'd roll
well,
with
the
him
Rolling Stone. Well, I don't know. I'm not good with that because I used to hang with Sam Kinison, who was kind of like that, and I'd only last an hour. I would get very, very agitated. And I said in Rolling Stone, I admire Charlie Sheen, and what I meant was, I'm so in control that when I see a guy out of control like that, I kind of go, gee, it's like I
Same here. See,
yeah.
Howard, I have the same love for crazy people.
Yes,
I go,
but Sammy,
wow.
but Sammy,
how can they even do it?
Here's my point. Here's my point.
You and I should hang, maybe. Let's try that.
Well, both stare at a wall. Sammy, here's my point. The idea that Eddie Van Halen knows he has an appointment with you. He knows that you're going to sit and write music. It's about his career and your career. The fact that he could spend endless hours doing God knows what and not even consider the fact that you guys are waiting for him is unbelievable to me.
Well, he was pretty out there, yes. So I don't think he even knew it. I don't even think he was conscious.
Would you say to him, Eddie, where were you?
Very self-centered. No, not when I first saw him. I thought, where you been, all right? But
were you afraid to say something?
No.
Were you afraid that would end the association?
No, well, I wanted to see where it was at, yeah, exactly. Okay, I wasn't afraid, but you're going, hey, let's try to. I was down there to make this work.
But how can you make it work when you've waited 11 hours?
I got blinders up. I go through life like this. I see what I want, and I go get it. And I ain't the smartest guy in the world. I ain't the most powerful, richest guy in the world. There's people that got more talent than me, but nobody's going to outwork my ass. That's what I'm going for, and it's like, and I go get it.
How did you
I
feel?
wanted a Van Halen reunion.
Right.
I really wanted to do that for the fans, for myself. I wanted to see us get back together. I loved that band. I thought, I'm going to give it a shot. It's been 10 years. And that's all I was focused on.
But the Van Halen reunion ended up to be your great sadness because you would
at least I got that out of the way. Now I know, you know.
It would never happen again?
No, unless, right now the odds, what guy said, 0 to 100. I said, when this book comes out, about 7 below.
Have you heard from Eddie?
Minus 0.
Have you heard from Eddie about the
No, hell no. I haven't talked to Eddie since the last show, since he was rolling my tattoo down. He was going like this. He kept rolling my sleeve down.
Why? He didn't want your tattoo shown?
Exactly. He didn't like
Cabo Wabo?
Yeah, he didn't like me having that.
Cabo Wabo. Who would even know that? You know what I mean?
He kept rolling it down, and he's going.
But you described that he couldn't. But he could. You claimed that the Eddie Van Halen now in the condition he's in cannot play the song.
I've seen Eddie on pictures, on the internet, or somebody will show me some flick of him, or say, at Valerie's new wedding, he was there, and there's a picture from People magazine. He looks great. So he's got his teeth back in. He's got, his hair was short. He had color. He gained a few pounds. That always means he's on the wagon.
Right.
When Eddie's, the skinnier he is, the more he's drinking. To me, if I drink too much, I get all bloated up. I don't know how he does it, but the booze puts him skinny. I guess he just doesn't eat.
Did he lay that whole rap on you over and over again that his tongue cancer was caused by putting a pick in his mouth and not by smoking?
And that he cured cancer. He knows how to cure cancer. I say, Ed, don't say that to me.
By injecting tongue into himself and stuff?
But I just said, Ed, don't even talk to me like that. I thought that's the only thing that I thought was really wrong with his whole trip, that the evilest thing he could do is go around the world saying, hey, I know how to cure cancer. It's like, come on, fucker. There's a lot of people out there with cancer. Don't be saying that.
Right.
Unless you got a cure. That shit puts my fur up. That's chingazos. You know what I mean? You don't do that.
So the thing is,
but yes, he did say that.
So now,
and some other crazy shit. But come on, Valerie threw him under the bus harder than me.
What do you mean?
In her books.
Well, yeah, she did.
I just told it like it was, and I did she had personal stuff. I didn't have no personal stuff. This is just his relationship with me. This is what went on when we were together.
It's rather sad that you guys had so much together, and then that at the same breath he could be jealous of your happiness, and when he saw you off in Hawaii having a good time, he could get back here and be miserable.
Oh, totally.
I mean, it's sad.
That takes a lot of work. Because now you got to watch the guy.
But is there any better feeling the first time when you sit down and you realize when things were good, oh my God, within minutes we're making music that feels like a hit? Did you know it was a hit?
It's still the tent pole in my career.
Right.
Okay, in my musical career, Van Halen was the biggest I've ever been, the biggest I'll ever be. Chickenfoot's doing really good. I love this band and all this stuff, but we'll never be what Van Halen was. That was an era that's gone anyway.
Right.
Unless you're still hung over from that, like U2 and people like that, you're not going to have that lifestyle anymore. That was a special time, and I loved it. It was on its side. Now, I'm doing great without it. I'm happy. I'm 10 times richer than I ever was in Van Halen. But it ain't about that.
Did you
love
pay
that
any
fix.
attention to like the new incarnation of Van Halen? Did you check them out? Do you know what went on?
With the Gary Sharon years.
No, I'm talking about the return
the David
of
Lee
David
Roth?
Lee Roth.
Oh, the
I
return
saw
of
some
David Lee
stuff
Roth.
on YouTube that I was laughing hysterically. Dave walking around like he's in a parade, waving like this, and bouncing around on the big microphone. You know, I mean, it's okay. I mean, I'm sure some people are okay with that, but here's the difference between the Dave era and my era. When I was in Van Halen, when we would go out, we could play Jump, Panama, Ain't Talking About Love. We could play, Unchained, right?
Right.
Because I can sing anything.
Right.
They go out. They can't play any of my stuff, so they got to act like Sammy Hagar was never in the band. An 11-year time where we had our biggest record sales, every album #1, and they got to act like that never happened because my man Diamond can't sing my stuff, and he claims he won't sing it. I would love to hear him sing Dreams. I would love to hear him sing right now.
You're saying he can't hit those notes?
He cannot. But that's okay. I mean, no, there's a lot of guys can't.
Right.
So, I mean, I can't sing Steve Perry's stuff either. But,
What is the preparation for you when you go out on tour?
But I'm just saying, come on, that's what I think about the reunion. I'm going, they're out there pretending like it's some band that's, that hadn't seen it. Come on, how long did that take?
And
I'm happy for them, but I'm just saying.
What is when you go out on tour with a band after you've recorded a new album? What is the preparation as the singer? You have to sit and memorize those lyrics, number one, right?
Yeah,
is that
I don't use a
difficult for you?
teleprompter because I don't want to sit and stare at things.
And it's also bullshit because how do you emote if you're sort of hung up on that? So you have to. Is it a hard process to memorize the lyrics to a song?
Not for me. That's my gift. When I was a kid, laying on the beach, talk about in the book, my friends would say, okay, well, sing "Satisfaction" by the Stones, and I'd go, words, well, I'm driving in my car and the man comes on, and they go, well, how do you know all that? I'd say, I don't know. I just have a photographic memory when it comes to music and lyrics.
You always knew the lyrics to every song. It's just pretty incredible.
I've forgotten lyrics 3 times maybe in my life. In Cabo, on the side of my PA on the stage, there is a set list of about 168 songs. And when I play there with my band, the Wobbles, they know every one of them. We don't rehearse. We're the sloppiest club band in the world.
Are you a prodigy, you think? Do you think that in some way having that gift of knowing lyrics? Because I know a lot of singers struggle with lyrics and they can't remember lyrics.
I know. I think, I've watched people sit there, look at teleprompters, I'm on the side of the stage going, the guy keeps looking down. Once you start that, you're fucked, You got to,
so how do
trust in the force, Luke, Yeah. But I would look at that set and I'll pull a song off there, every one like that.
It's just in there,
right? And I remember every one.
And you don't stress out about it.
No.
And so when you go out on tour, you describe you need a certain amount of practice with the band, though, because they have to get, even though you've played these songs, just your voice.
Yeah, the band can rehearse all they want. I just need to sing to get my voice up to a point where it's got the muscle, it's like a marathon runner. You don't just jump and run 26 miles. You run 10 miles, you run 10 miles, you run 12 miles, you run 15 miles, and then pretty soon you run 26 miles, 3 times a week, and then you take 2 days off, and then you go run the race.
Do you ever feel that the lead singer deserves more money?
Yes, sir.
Why not? Because, I mean, in a way, you've got that pressure. It's not about playing guitar. You've got that human quality. You've got to go to bed early, don't you?
Yeah. You got to take care of yourself a lot better. I swear, I really think singers are really misunderstood. It's tough. It's a hard gig, man. When your voice is down, you know how it feels standing out there and singing. You can't sing. You're sick, and people paid money. That's pressure, man. A guitar player, he goes up there and jerks off if he wants. Drummers and singers have a hard gig.
Before you leave, first of all, I want to tell you about.
Wait, kicking me out of here?
No, because I have many questions. When you walk in on your parents having sex, when you were
Whoa!
how old? Yes, how old were you?
I was about 7.
7 years old.
Yeah.
What did you see? Do you have a vivid memory of that?
Oh, I do. I can see it today.
What did you see?
I saw my dad on top of my mom throwing it down. I mean, it wasn't like she wasn't enjoying it. It was in the middle of the afternoon. He had the swing shift. He was going to work at 4.
You said your mother didn't enjoy it.
Oh, well, not all the time. I mean, she didn't enjoy it when he was drunk.
Right.
He was working. This was a good time. They were just having sex in the middle of the day. My brother had given me a bloody nose. I had a 3-year-old. My brother's 3 years older than me.
You still close to these brothers?
Oh, yeah. My brother lives in one of my homes. He's a
good dude.
He's the greatest.
You set him up financially?
I love my family. My sisters, man.
Close growing up?
What's that?
You were close growing up to these sisters?
Oh, yeah. Because of my dad, my mom would be trapped in the house, and my big sister was like second mom. She got us out there. We had a great tight.
Your dad was such a badass. He died in the back of a police car, right?
Yeah. He was in a park. He had been on the street for a long time. I hadn't seen him for a while.
Jesus.
And I guess he was picked up under a park bench, you know.
Wow.
And they put him in the back of a police car with a couple other guys. My dad immediately starts fighting with somebody. They spray him with mace, get to jail. He was dead.
Wow.
That's what the coroner's report said. Anyway, I thought he died under the park bench originally in my life, but I read my sister's my sister has a coroner's report.
He left your mother at some point.
My mom left him,
and he lived on the streets.
Yeah.
And you were not able to contact him.
No, we'd see him. I live in a small town, so I'd be hanging out with my buddies.
How old were you when he died?
I was 20.
21. And you'd see him around town?
Yeah. He'd be walking down the street, and I'd go, oh, fuck, there's my dad. I mean...
you were embarrassed?
Oh, hell yes. Come on.
That's
how I'm driven, Howard. I don't need to do all this shit. I'm just still... I'm going to be somebody. I'm not going to...
What do you mean? What are you associating there? You need to be somebody because you don't want to end up like your father?
Well, no, I had a lot of humiliation growing up. Kids didn't make fun of me. I could take care of business pretty good. I had some good, tight buddies, but every now and then you had that wise guy buddy who'd say, hey, man, let's pick your old man up and see if he'll go buy some booze at the liquor store. And I'd say, fuck you, man.
Were you an angry guy? You have a lot of anger,
I wasn't
don't
angry.
You don't seem like an angry
I'm
guy.
not angry.
But you think you would be with a father like that. What is it, Booey?
I got
𝗦𝗵cie𝘄𝗿𝗱.
Can I get a couple of questions?
Yeah, go ahead.
Look at my man's in here now. Wait, whoa.
All right, go ahead.
Howard, you know what I love about you? You got the same people for a long... I'm the same way. You got good people. When you have good people, you keep them and you treat them right?
Oh, we fight behind the scenes.
Of course.
We hate
No,
each
that's
other.
part of the deal.
I'm trying to get rid of everyone. No one will leave. First of all, Gary, I wasn't doing a good job. You need to ask questions.
He missed something?
No, because there was a couple of things we didn't get there.
No, my wife probably told Gary, you get your ass in there and save my husband.
What do you know, Gary?
We have exactly 10 minutes left.
Go ahead.
But were you abducted by aliens when you were 18?
Yes, sir, I was.
No, for real?
Yes, sir, I was.
And stuff was downloaded into your head?
It was downloaded. Back then, this was about 1967.
See, this is where you get weird.
All right, now it discredits
gotta be
everything
careful
you
with
said
this
I was
before.
thinking maybe we could hang out.
You got to be
now
careful,
you're in Eddie
Howard.
Van Halen land.
You got to be careful because people, if you
serious
say
about
something
this.
that they think you're crazy,
Right.
it'll take all your credibility away.
Yeah.
But I can't deny this.
You were
okay?
doing so fucking good, but tell me what
I
happened.
can't believe anything.
So I'm in bed, and all of a sudden, I see in my head, this is before wireless, this is before any kind of remote stuff. It was before computers, that we knew of.
How old were you at this point?
About 20.
All right.
So whatever year that was.
What had you done that night?
Nothing. I didn't drink or anything
Really?
back then.
Okay,
I didn't start drinking until I was like 30.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Dead serious.
So what happened
So
to you?
I'm laying in bed. I feel like I'm dreaming that there's these little alien, 2 guys sitting in a ship up on the hill behind us about 11 miles away. And there's like this, I could see they had something plugged into me. I mean, a wireless thing. I didn't know what to call it, right? Wireless remote system.
What did these guys look like?
They were just kind of non-forms. They were just kind of blobs. You know what I mean? Kind of like the way a lot of aliens, when you see pictures of them. I had never even thought about this shit.
When you say aliens, in other words, you're not talking about like in Mexico, Mexicans,
Like illegals.
Illegals. These space aliens
No,
you're
not
talking
those.
about.
Yeah,
Right.
those other guys.
Right.
And so the guys they came. I mean, they said, "Oh, he's waking up." They didn't say shit, but you know what I mean. This is all mental telepathy.
Right.
Oh, he's waking up, and I felt I was plugged into. Now, I don't know if they were downloading into me now that I know about computers, or if they were uploading out of my head into seeing what I knew, like an experiment. And they go, oh, he's waking up, we got to end it. They hollered out some weird numerical code. I mean, like, it would not have our numerical system, like 9/11 switching, and I went, whoop, thing was on. And I woke up, my room was white, I couldn't see anything, and it just went, pow, black. And I laid there shaking so bad. I mean, it was just really real.
And it couldn't have been a dream.
And it changed my life. How about that?
How did it change your life?
It changed my life that now I was interested in aliens. Now I was looking up in the sky wondering about shit. All of a sudden become interested in astrology.
But wait a second.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
you think...
I had never even knew what
saw
first
you
sign
on
I
an
was.
episode of Ghost Stories as well.
That all happened later.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But why is this all happening to you?
My dad was still alive when this happened.
Your dad was alive when you had the alien invasion.
Yeah.
But then when your father died, he came knocking on your door
Yes,
one
sir,
night.
he did. See, here we
See
go,
what
Howard.
I mean?
knew we got him now.
See what's
Howard,
happening here?
He claims he's not interested. He doesn't believe, but see,
Let's get back to those blowjobs under the stage. Never mind this nonsense.
Wait a minute. He saw what?
Yes, sir. My dad...
He saw his dad's ghost.
I was sleeping on a floor. I had a one-room apartment with a kitchen and, small kitchenette. My son was sleeping on a little tiny mattress. He was 2 or 3 years old, Aaron, my oldest son, and he was on a little mattress underneath the table, and I had a mattress on the floor that my wife and I were sleeping. We were freshly married, had a band. We're sleeping on our manager's floor next door, and no telephone. I'm laying there. I dream... And I'm who I am. I'm in that house. Everything's exactly like it sounds. And somebody knocks on my door. I get up in the middle of the night. I open it up. It's my dad. He's like same age as me. He's 20, 21, whatever I was. And he goes, and he's saying, "Great day for the Irish son," which is what he always said when he was drunk. He was all happy, and I said, "Don't ever come here drunk like this in front of my little boy here. You're going to scare him. You son of a bitch. Get the hell out of here." Slammed the door on him, right?
Right.
I went back to bed, told my wife, this is my dream, I guess. I said, it was my dad, it pissed me off, So I lay back down, pull the covers up, tell her that, knock, knock, knock. Motherfucker, I get up, answer the door. It's our manager who had my band sleep on his floor. He had a telephone. He goes, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. He goes, your sister's on the phone. I go over, Dad died. Brother, come on now.
Look at you.
Come on, look at me.
Goosebumps.
Fuck, you should see my balls.
Did you ever get to fuck any celebrities?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know.
He's seeing ghosts and aliens. You think he knows what he did? It's unbelievable. Valerie Bertinelli, did you get close to her?
No, come on. Valerie's really cool.
Did you ever see her
Valerie.
naked? You ever see her naked?
No.
Ever see her in a bathing suit?
Oh, yeah.
Speech impediment man want to know. What do you mean, oh, yeah, you saw her? And
Of course,
did you ever desire her sexually?
No, I mean, I don't fuck other guys' old ladies. How about I tell you that? I think that's some wrong shit. You'll ruin a friendship.
Were
You'll
you
ruin a
sexually
marriage.
attracted to Valerie Bertinelli?
No, probably if I were a single man and she was a single chick and we met, we probably would have got it on. But, I mean, I wouldn't, because she was cute. Valerie had a great personality.
Isn't it funny how she got fat and then when she was married to Eddie and now she's svelte and
yeah,
thin?
but when I first joined the band, she wasn't fat. She was great looking chick. And here's the deal: you got to realize, I lived next door in Malibu to Valerie Bertinelli. Her parents had that beach house, and she bought it for her parents. And it was her house. Ed didn't own that house. Ed had the house in town.
She had money.
Yeah.
She had her own money.
But I saw those, we lived next door to each other for 9 years. I see Valerie running on the beach. We'd go for runs together. We had a great, symbiotic relationship.
Do you think Valerie's upset that Eddie put her son in the band and took him off?
No, I think she's probably really happy for Wolfie, and it's very cool for
Wolfie play?
Yeah. For as far as I can remember, Wolfie could play. I don't know how he played on that tour. I heard a lot of stuff was on keyboards. I heard some stuff on YouTube. I'm going, oh, wait a minute. That's Mikey's bass, but wait a minute, that's Mikey singing background. So I don't know what was going on.
Geez.
And I saw a picture of Wolfie going like this, but but I don't know.
You don't know.
What I don't like about that, Howard, is that they let Mikey go. The reunion tour, if they'd have did it with Mike and Dave, I'd have been supporting it. I would have been in the front row saying, yes.
Well, you're a good friend to Michael Anthony.
I love the guy.
All right, look, the book is called, let me give you a proper plug here.
This better go #1, Howard. I'm I'm going to call
I think it
hold you
will.
single-handedly responsible.
I love your honesty. I think your appraisal of the situation is unique, and I think people are going to like it. The chapter I read was phenomenal, and I'm going to read the whole thing. I'm telling you, it intrigued me, and this interview today intrigues me. Sammy Hagar's book is Red, My Uncensored Life in Rock. It's in stores today. Now, Sammy, he doesn't need to sign books, but he's going to.
I want it to go #1. I've had #1 albums. I had #1 tequila company, in America, right?
Listen, it's still meaningful to you.
It is. I want a #1 book.
Because you don't want to end up homeless and drunk underneath
Well,
the
I
bench
know
like
that's
your
not
old
going to
man.
happen, but I love the feeling. It's a great feeling. I'm a adrenaline junkie. My wife will tell you. I sit
How
around
is
the
your
house.
wife? Is she here?
Yes, she
Let me
is.
say
She's
hello to her. Let me
gorgeous.
ask you if you still
Honey,
give it to
come
her.
on in here, baby. You in here?
know you
see
brought
her.
your
Oh, you
wife?
keep your hands off her. Last
I'll
time
do
I
what
came
I
in
want.
here with my publicist, he's like putting lip locks on her. They're sucking on each other's lips
Get
and stuff.
out of here. Are you crazy? I'm a married man.
She was in love
Let
with
me
you.
see her. Oh,
my goodness.
Yeah, baby.
This is Mrs. Hagar?
Yeah.
Do you want to be topless?
No, Kari's probably fell asleep in there, honey.
T.O.P.
Did you fall asleep in there?
T.O.P.L.E.S. says, how do you feel when Sammy says, I only want to be with my wife and my family? Is that the most romantic thing?
He's very romantic.
This is a guy who could get a lot of women. He only wants to be with you.
Yeah, I know.
You must be
Sometimes
special.
it gets a little like, ooh, I need some room.
Yeah,
you
you need
have-
to kick him out of there, huh?
Do you have girlfriends that you can go out and have some fun and like get away from his
Are
intensity?
you crazy?
You don't allow it. You're like the Taliban.
He is a little bit like
I'm
that.
half
He is.
Italian.
When you say I want to go out with my friends and go out with the girls and get dressed up, does he get upset? Seriously.
He's the jealous type.
He is. Is that painful to you because you do want to have an outside
Oh,
life?
Howard,
Is it painful? But now he's counseling.
Does it hurt, honey?
And does the Red Rocker still give it to you as good as he did back in the old days?
Yes.
What is the sex life now? Is it better or worse?
Tell him, honey. Talk to him. Tell him, baby.
And how many times a week is it occurring?
Oh my gosh.
How many times would it occur?
Is there anal?
No.
Oh my goodness! I'm sorry.
I mean,
don't
hey,
know what came out.
I'm open-minded, but
You are.
Yeah.
Are you not open?
Awfully early for this.
Sammy's embarrassed. Sammy's
See?
embarrassed to ask you
I've been
this.
in here for a friggin' hour with this sucker.
Sammy's embarrassed to ask you this. He would like anal.
Oh, get out of
Would
here.
you? What do you mean get out of here? You know it's true. You don't have the balls to ask her. Would you be open to it?
Honey, help.
What do you mean help? It's your answer. You
If
got to
you
be
don't
open
think
to it.
I've tried many times, Howard, let's just get that
What is
stuff
the
helped.
problem? What is the problem? You don't
Some
want it.
women like it, some don't. You know,
That's
what are
right.
you going to do?
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, you ever listen to that Jerky Boys tape? Guys say, yeah, it's a gay part. You mean men, women like it in the ass too? Guy goes, yeah. You've been married 43 years, you didn't know that?
Is Sammy
That's
too?
an old
Is Sammy,
Jerky Boy thing.
Is Sammy too big? Is that the problem? Too thick?
His head, right?
He's too, yeah, right. Well, listen, the two of you are a lovely couple. Were you scared marrying a rock star? Did you say in the back of your mind, this isn't going to
Yeah,
last?
Guy and Van Halen, for God's
Guy and
sake.
Van Halen. I mean, did you have hesitancy in terms of marrying a guy in rock and roll?
Absolutely not.
You knew this was the one.
We met. It was instant.
Did you
was
say to
a
him, you
rocket
cheated
ship.
on your last wife, you got blowjobs during eruption?
Every time
think
I
I knew
hear
all this,
eruption.
Did you say to him, I'm going to cut your dick off if you do that to me?
Does that look like a woman that has 14-year-old daughter and a 9-year-old
You're
daughter?
a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Are you a professional model of some sort?
Not any longer.
You were. I could see. You look the opposite of me. I'm hideous.
Hey, Howard, she's a Capricorn. Come on now. You're a fellow Capricorn, correct?
Do you know that Sammy...
I'm an astrology
She's an
buff. You're an
astrology
Aries,
buff.
if I
He's a
remember right.
No, Leo.
Oh, Leo. I'm sorry. Okay.
When
A
Sammy
fire,
says
though.
he considers blowjobs not cheating, you don't want him getting blowjobs from anybody. Am I correct?
That's correct.
That is
We
correct.
changed all those rules.
My baby goes with me
Would you two
everywhere.
ever entertain a threesome? Would you ever have sex with another woman in the bed?
I don't think I want to see my wife with another woman.
You want to know something? I don't know if you're joking. I don't want to see my wife.
I
with another
don't.
woman. I'd get jealous. What do you think of that?
Exactly. What if the chick take, like they shoved me out. Hey,
Right.
take a break, buddy. We're having a good time over here.
Have you
know
ever
what I'm saying?
met Sammy's aliens? Have they ever tried to get into the bed? And when Sammy tells you that stuff, do you go, you know what? This fucking guy's crazy?
She knows I'm crazy.
You believe
No,
him?
because I'm very much into that paranormal type of thing too.
Do you ever get dressed up in sexy outfits for Sammy,
Absolutely.
like before the bed?
yes.
No kidding.
Absolutely.
Oh my
Kidding
God.
me?
I bet you look great. I love
kids
it.
are
They're having a good time.
Oh my God, Sammy!
Listen,
what
we have
party.
a wonderful relationship. For 20 years we've been together. I'm telling you, it's like, I'm still just, I chase her around the fucking house.
No shit.
Yes, sir, I do.
I'd chase you around the house.
Hey!
Wait, sit down.
Damn it.
He can box.
That's right. Oh, that's
No,
right.
Howard's tall. If he only knew what he has, that leverage, he could knock me out as I'm trying to
me
get
how to
close to him.
fight. I'm like a woman.
You just step, transfer your weight from your right foot when you're throwing a right
Like
hand.
this?
You're on
Like
your
this?
right leg, and then you transfer the weight. You transfer the weight to the front leg, and you just shoot it straight out like you're throwing a ball.
Listen
Just
to me.
Pow!
I'm going to give
and
you
I
a
would
plug
be
now.
out.
I'm going to give you a plug now.
The book.
Yeah, the book, not your wife. Sammy Hagar's book, Red, My Uncensored Life in Rock, is in stores, what, today?
Today.
Were the wives in Van Halen friendly at all?
Yes.
Did you hang out with Valerie?
Yes.
Did you ever see her naked?
No.
You never changed in the same room?
Possibly, but I don't.
Would the two of you ever get in bathing suits and sit by the pool in bikinis?
Yes.
You would? Did you ever find yourself oddly attracted to her in any way, finding yourself
Well,
wanting to
she's
kiss
pretty
her?
hot now. I'm very proud of what she's done to
The
herself.
two of you never had any relations?
No.
Would she confide in you and say, I can't handle Eddie when things got bad? Would
Yes.
She did. She came to you and sought out your advice. So you knew
And
there.
vice versa.
And you knew the
Hey,
man.
what did you ask about?
I thought Sammy's perfect.
Sammy is perfect.
So when she said to you, I think I want to get out of my marriage, what did you say to her?
Oh, I don't think it was that deep. I think it was just a day by day.
Yeah.
She just basically, she'd just wear out.
Are you wearing panties? I mean, Sammy.
How rude.
Sammy, is that okay to ask? Uh-oh. Sammy is wearing panties. All right, listen to me.
Red panties.
Red panties. Sammy, good luck with the book. The two of
Howard.
you are a beautiful couple. I'm very honored you came in today. We learned it all. You said it all. And we'll be back right after these
Howard,
words.
you're going to let me buy you a shot someday.
Oh, yeah, right now.
Sammy, you went deep in there.
No, I didn't go anywhere. I ended up following Howard around like a puppy dog. He's so good that he'll let you go. As soon as I spin it and try to go off where I wanted to talk about, he lets you go. And he takes you, you're sitting there, yeah, I'm talking about Dad died in the backseat. Yeah, but is that anything like Eddie Van Halen was? He goes, he ditch you right back. He loves that stuff.
So he's able
He's
to
a genius.
weave in and out of the conversation.
He's a genius.
And your stories and things from your book and your past.
Yeah. Yeah, he weaves what he likes, what he wants. He knows his audience, let's put it like that.
But as the interview subject, it's still enjoyable and it's still conversational for you.
I love the guy, man. He's the best, man. But this guy, here, I'm going to kick this guy's head.
How was it having your wife in there? How was it having your wife in there?
Oh, having my wife in there, that's always dangerous for Howard.
Yeah, no,
but Howard knows
We're
that.
going to go home and fight now. Thanks.
Howard knows that I'm a tough guy, and that if he really did anything that was insulting to my wife, that I'd beat his ass.
Sammy, do you
Where's
think
my jacket?
right here.
Oh.
I got it. Sammy, with everything you said, both on Howard and in the book, do you think that the relationship is repairable with you and Eddie?
Oh, of course it is. He just has to change his life and become a human being again, and not be so belligerent and not. Like I'm not his enemy. I have nothing. I would never want to hurt Eddie, not even that much. And so when he decides he wants to stop trying to ruin my life in some way, then we could be friends, and I would love to be friends with him again. I love the guy.
So you're just being honest. You're not trying to.
Totally honest. I'm not trying to put nothing together. I would love to be friends with Eddie and Al again. I'm friends with Al, but I don't see him because of Eddie, but I would love to be friends with Eddie. And I insist before we both die, one of us dies, that we must rekindle that wonderful friendship, because it was special. Special music. Anybody that writes that kind of music together should never, ever be enemies.
Take care,
Right
Sam.
now.
Good luck with the book, man.
Thank you.
Rob Quick from William Patterson University, Wayne, New Jersey. Here very early to give Howard and Robin, both very, very important people, the Bravery in Radio Award 2011. Last year we gave it to Cousin Brucey, and Howard and Robin had a few choice words to say about that. But this year they are the worthy recipients. About to go on the show. How do I feel? Well, slightly apprehensive, if I may be so bold, but also pretty excited, you know, and just been given a steaming hot cup of tea with milk, which is the right way to start the day. So I'm feeling good, and hopefully they will accept the award and not just trash it. And yeah, they could just that. They probably will trash it. I expect that, actually. That's probably going to happen.
Let's hope your positivity will continue. You won't be.
Am I really negative? I'm sorry. They're going to love this award. Howard's going to hang this in his office somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, cheers.
Good luck today.
Thank you very much.
Hey, you remember like a week ago we found out that well, I got an email from my agent. I think Robin got the same thing, that we were going to be given an award for bravery in radio.
Yes.
And then we found out that, we were talking about how, I keep every lame award now suddenly in my office.
Right.
And some of my awards are embarrassing because we have such shitty awards.
the
telly.
The tellies.
So when we got offered this bravery in radio award, I was like, well, what's that? And I asked my agent, and it turned out it was like some college professor and a couple of his students voted on who was the bravest in radio.
Uh-huh.
And we were the bravest. So I think it's as lame as the telly.
Yes.
Maybe worse.
Probably even less prestigious, except that we are not paying for it.
It's even like a shitty college. What was the college?
William Penn?
Patterson.
Or William Patterson? Wasn't even William Penn.
Isn't he the governor, William Patterson?
I don't know.
Governor Patterson? William Penn, isn't that life insurance? I mean, what is the college? I don't know.
Yeah,
anyway,
I think it's William Patterson.
So we thought it'd be funny if the guy came up and presented us with our award, because the email was essentially, where would you like to have your award? And we were like, oh, my God. If you get an Academy Award, you know where you have to go to get your award. If you get an Emmy, even when I got my Blockbuster Award, I knew where to go. It was actually a televised ceremony. So evidently at the college.
Yeah, it's William Patterson College.
Yeah. Where is
University.
New Jersey somewhere.
New Jersey. So you want to get your award now?
Yes, we might as well.
All right, here's
They
Professor
came all this way.
Rob Quick, who is the professor who awarded us the Bravery Award. Hey, Professor.
He's a professor, not a student?
He's professor. You're a professor, right?
I am. Hello now.
Hello now.
How's it going?
Oh, you're British.
He's British.
I am. Is that a problem?
No, not for me. Professor Rob Quick. So what do you teach at? What school is it?
William Patterson. Not William Penn. No, William Patterson.
William Patterson.
Yes. Very prestigious.
How did you get there?
How did I get there? Oh, it's a long story. But I've been there for 3 years now.
Oh, congratulations. What do you teach?
Your subject and mine.
Oh,
communication. Particularly radio, yes. I'm general manager of the radio station as well, yeah.
I found when I went to a communication school that I really, I'm glad to hear that you actually work at the radio station.
Absolutely.
Because none of the professors clearly knew anything about radio. and actually had never ever broadcast anything. that I could figure out.
Well, I used to be. Look, I used to have my own morning show. I used to be a morning guy. I used to
In
get up
England?
ridiculously. Yeah.
No kidding.
And I was at the top of my game.
Yeah.
And yeah, they sort of fired me.
And you had that teaching calling, huh?
Well, yeah, because I wanted to do radio, but I didn't want to sort of keep getting fired because everyone kept buying other radio stations and consolidating.
So let's get this radio award straight, Professor.
Yeah.
You vote on this award with 8 of your
who?
students?
The students?
Okay, look.
You just wanted to come down here, admit it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And here I am.
Why wouldn't you just give us the award at first? Like, 2 other people have received this award. Cousin Brucey, who cried when he got it. Can you fucking imagine that maniac?
I wish we had that on tape.
Let me say something right now. I want to thank Professor Dr. Robert Quick from England for awarding me the prestigious Bravery Radio Award.
And why did Brucey get it year 2?
Okay.
What was the rationale?
The rationale, look, he's a survivor. Yeah, he's been involved in
That's
radio.
right. I survived.
Survivor
Yes,
award.
I survived chemotherapy. Look at my wig. I lost all my hair.
No, he's a survivor. I mean, by your own words, Howard, last week you said...
I survived the Holocaust.
And anyone who goes into this industry has got to be brave, and he's been it since the 50s.
What is your rationale for him being brave?
I mean, think of what he did. I mean, he pioneered rock and roll, which was...
No, he didn't.
When he first
Murray
came out...
McKay did, Alan Freed...
They were his contemporaries. And, you know, like the Beatles came out, all the media was saying this is sinful, this is going to destroy America's youth, and...
It did.
You know. But I think...
And Cousin Brucey was brave because he played rock and roll?
Yeah, but he did things
but the
like...
stations allowed him to.
He did concerts at Palisades Park.
Hold it.
I mean...
The radio station... I just want to clear this up, Professor. The radio stations had a format of rock and roll. That's why it's not like Brucey went on a classical radio station and suddenly started playing rock and roll. He went to a station that played rock and roll. So what's brave about that?
Look here, Howard. This is brave. Cousin Brucey not only was brave, but when I met Bob 𝗵𝗻 in 1973, we set out to buy radio station, Small Market Radio. Bob 𝗵𝗻, and of course, the great Rick Sklar.
What?
Oh, my goodness.
Rick Sklar, WMC. We went up at WMCA Good Guys in a softball game. I was the most brave one because my toupee blew off in the wind, and I didn't cringe.
And the other one was Les Paul.
Yeah, but he was a pioneer. I mean, he had a radio
the first year
show.
you gave Les Paul the Bravery Award.
Yeah.
He's a genius, but I don't know how brave he was. And then Brucey was, Brucey, the bravest thing Cousin Brucey ever did was wear that shitty toupee in public. I got news for you. That's brave.
That's right. Cousin Brucey has his real hair. What are you talking about? You were rig.
Oh, man.
But the other thing is, I mean, look, he stayed in the industry, and the industry is now completely
Cousin
different.
Brucey was like a witness to an accident. You know what I mean? Like, he walked in.
He
and
was there.
People were playing rock records, and he got hired.
He's like the Zelig of radio. He's just there.
In fact, I can't think of anyone who's brave in radio, except for me and you.
Maybe Fred.
Well, we sort of
Fred,
agree with
yeah.
you. We
Fred,
agree
okay.
with you.
Well, Alan Freed.
First year I should have gotten it, second year Robin, and third year Fred.
Yeah, but
Should have been a trifecta.
You never would have accepted it, though, the first year. If we'd said, yeah, the first year we're giving it to you, you'd have said, bollocks to that. We're not going to accept this
Right.
award.
Yeah, we wouldn't know what it was.
So we were building
So let
up.
me understand the voting process.
Okay.
All right, because you have no rationale
Is
for
there
Cousin
a
Brucey.
panel?
Oh, we do. Oh, come
All
on.
right, so this year, who were the nominees that I beat out?
I cannot say that. I cannot
Why?
say that. Because it's a closed decision-making
any.
process. No, there were. There definitely were. There
Was it
definitely
like Mark and Brian?
Wait a minute. Who meets? Where's this meeting?
were. Okay, so we have the radio station, WPSC, William Patterson. The radio station management, those students who are really hardcore committed,
Right.
meet with myself, George Stassinger, who came up with the idea for the award. He teaches as well, music. And then assistant general manager Issa Pappas. We sit down.
Right.
And look, last year, obviously, you talked about it. You mentioned it, and you mentioned it.
Are you getting laid at all? Honestly.
I'm a happily married man.
Are you married?
I am.
Are you happy?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got kids?
2 little nippers.
Good
who've
for you.
Already manhandled
We
your
won't
awards.
do racial humor here. You know, Affleck just got fired. Nippers. I know what he's trying to say.
Two little cheeky monkeys, you know.
Right.
And,
Monkeys.
They've already sort of manhandled your awards. I hope you don't mind.
I wonder who's going to win next year. Is it going to be 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄𝗿𝗱? He's very brave.
Actually, his name.
His name was one of the nominees. I beat him out. Wow. It's between me and 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄𝗿𝗋.
No,
Let's
I'm
see.
not saying that officially.
𝗦𝗵cie𝘄𝗋 has never made one fucking outrageous statement, joke, innovated anything.
He's just over-enunciated.
Look, both of you won. Both of you won. And
We're both
of you,
winners.
Yeah, both. And we wanted to recognise Robin as well. Robin, you need the recognition.
Yeah.
We sent out our reporters on campus and we did a little feature. And to be honest with you, it's kind of shocking that over half of the students didn't know who Robin was.
Was Larry King?
You're kidding.
No, I'm really...
The students didn't know who Robin was?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
That's true. It's true.
It's true?
Yeah.
Everyone knows who Robin is. How
Well-
dare you? You know she filled in for Joy Behar? How dare you? Wow.
Yeah. And
Well-
can I just say something? You know, next year I'm going to be whoever I'm giving it to.
What do you teach again? Communications? Or what do you teach anybody? I mean, what do you do?
It's especially radio. So
Yeah.
what do you teach?
Do you teach them hands-on, like how to work the equipment and everything?
Absolutely.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Well, that's decent. That's good.
Well, that's what you've got to do. I mean, look,
Yeah.
I'm a former broadcaster myself. I still do bits and pieces, you know, now and then for the BBC.
Did you get in trouble with the college for giving me the award? Did anybody protest or put up a fight?
Okay, well, how can I put this?
Just put the truth out there.
Since the announcement came out,
Right.
a whole firestorm, my inbox has been flooded
Right.
by emails. Basically, two constituents. Number one, your fans
Right.
saying this is great, this is fantastic.
Right.
And then obviously some people got emails from some people saying, how can you honour Howard and Robin? How can you do this?
Did you tell your students how shitty this business is? You know, kid Chris just got fired. He just bought a house. Did you tell the kids, don't buy a house when you're in radio?
Yeah, is this an industry to go into?
Yeah, I'm being
even?
serious. I mean, as soon as you buy a house, they fire you.
No, the problem is, here's the problem. You've been a great inspiration, both of you, to many
you.
students. But the
Yes.
problem is, that's a problem, actually.
Where is our award?
Because they all want to be... I've got it right here. Do you want it?
Let me see it.
Okay.
Let me see the award.
All right.
And present it to me like in some sort of manner. Some sort of proper manner.
Isn't there a speech or
Yeah, is
some
there a
sort?
speech? Oh, you want this guy
Okay.
droning on?
Okay, I've got the award here.
I'm cutting him off because I can't stand when he speaks. This is some
He
professor.
has a piece of paper.
Here are
This
the
is-
photographers and paparazzi
Thank
to
you
take
very much.
pictures.
This is
Thank you very much.
this is bigger than the Radio Hall of Fame.
How long is your speech? Seriously, I can't bore my audience.
It's 10 seconds.
Go ahead. What is that, a plaque? Unwrap the plaque so I can see it,
All right,
please.
all right.
For the pictures. Got a photographer here.
Right, it's all in bubble wrap.
Read it like Kirk Douglas. 23. Every day's beautiful.
What are you saying?
Do you see them here? Do you see them?
Yes.
I see them.
Yes.
This is what you want, this, don't you?
Those are nice, actually.
They
yeah.
are very nice.
Thank you very much. You're going to trash it, though, aren't you? You're going to throw this away.
I'm wondering if I should, I don't know what happened to me. I used to laugh at awards. Like,
Yes.
I get the Billboard Award, and, you know, there's some awards in radio. I won the Drake Chenault Award one year. Don't ask what that is. All these lame kind of things.
Right.
But nevertheless, I would take them and throw them in storage. And then all of a sudden, when I built my house, I was like, you know, I'm gonna proudly display all my awards.
Well, this has been happening over years because remember,
Yeah.
you would never have like a microphone in your house like a lot
No.
of radio people.
And now I will.
Collect antique radios and microphones,
And
and
now I have
you've
them.
done all of that.
Yeah, well, this was part of my therapy. I was like, I'm going to really embrace radio and own it and really, you know, take stock of my accomplishments. This was part of my therapy in terms of admitting that I like radio. Because I'm so fucking miserable doing it like I was today, getting up for this stupid shit. So I was, tell your students that. So I never embraced my awards. So I got them out. Now I have them in my office. And I told you the other day on the air, I even put that fucking telly. We had to pay.
You got two of them.
You get the award if you pay.
Yeah.
They'll give you an award if you pay. And I even have those three. And when people see it, they go, it looks like an Academy Award. They go, what is that? And I tell them it's a telly. They fucking vomit. But I'm on the fence with this award. It looks legitimate. You know, it's got a plaque and everything.
Right.
But it's really, you know, I mean, it's really shameful. It's a college professor you know, a British dude who didn't even work in America.
How dare you?
And how many of your students? 8?
No. They're on the management. The entire station's about 100 kids.
So 100 kids voted for me.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't get every vote.
And this is the only...
And how many votes were against me?
It was unanimous for you.
Oh,
this
really?
is the only radio award of its kind. There needed to be this award. You might say, well, who are we? But this is the only radio award of its kind, and it needed to be invented, and you both fit the criteria perfectly.
And who pays for the plaque? I mean, how much was that?
You really want to know?
Yeah, who paid for it?
It's a couple of $100 each.
And who pays for that?
Comes out of the radio station budget. We've really got very little money, but we're happy to spend it on you.
So why would you do that? You know, college radio stations have no budget.
Yes, really, no budget at all.
Actually, it's important to do this. Next week, on the 25th, we've got our Brave-a-thon. We're raising money.
I see.
So people can go to gobrave.org and help us raise $5,000 for the station if they wish. But no,
are these the same kids who voted for Cousin Brucey?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know who the next inductee should be? Gilbert Gottfried. I mean, he is brave.
And he puts it on the line. He risks everything.
And, you know, next year I will be defending you, just as I'm defending Cousin Brucey. So,
well, go ahead and read your plaque.
Absolutely.
Go ahead. Okay.
Your statement.
Your statement.
It really needs some kind of music, Fred.
Here's Professor, what's your name again?
Dr. Rob Quick.
Professor Dr. Rob Quick. Go ahead, Professor.
I went to
Doctor.
Oxford for this, thanks.
All right. Did you go to Oxford?
I did.
What's going on with your weight? You're getting heavy.
Look, I could go on about that, but that's America, okay? The portions here are ridiculous, ludicrous.
You don't have to eat them all.
I was slim. I came here slim.
Have you been going to Red Lobster?
I've been to a few places. I won't deny it.
All right, go ahead.
A bit of a chunky monkey, I know.
No, you got to watch that.
I know.
Go ahead.
Doctor says so.
How tall are you?
5'8".
5'8". What do you weigh? Be honest.
225.
225. Good Lord. What the fuck are you eating?
Well, it's difficult, man. You know, you just want a burger and they.
You want to lose weight? Why don't you swim to England? Right? He's getting heavy. The professor.
He is, and he needs to. You're a bad example for the students.
How long is your class each day?
I teach 4 days a week, an hour and 15 minutes. We talk about you, the FCC awards, what you've done.
And you drone on like this, or you let the kids talk?
I let the kids have a crack at it.
All right, go ahead.
Fred, music. Cheers.
All right, here we go.
Okay, this is not very long.
No, I don't want music. Go ahead and read.
Okay.
It's ruining it.
By authority of William Paterson University and on recommendation of the Bravery in Radio Award Selection Committee, WPSC 88.7 FM confers upon Howard Stern and Robin Quivers the 2011 Bravery in Radio Award with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto pertaining. Tantum fortis.
It's a joke.
Successio.
All right. Well, I'm glad you got on the radio.
You might as well put up this one. You've got other jokes up.
So do you want these or not?
You think he weighs 225? I bet you he weighs at least 250.
I know, 225.
Look, I was speaking to my doctor.
Step on that scale over there. I want to see how much you weigh.
Well,
lead him over to the scale, to Professor Doctor.
Well, if he's weighed with those two plaques.
Down because they're going to be 20 pounds each.
You can drop them right in that box. It's called a garbage pail. Go ahead. Sit over there and weigh yourself, and we'll find out what you're doing over there. Never mind that. Someone want to talk to you about your weight.
Yeah?
Go ahead. Step on that.
Well, you are.
What'd I tell you?
250?
Hold it. 233.
Okay, my shoes are about 5 pounds each. I'm serious.
What are you wearing,
my
cement
jacket,
shoes?
heavy jacket, it's got lead in here.
233, Professor Doctor.
Look, what can I say? I spoke to my doctor 𝗻𝗄𝗄 yesterday. He said I've got to lose weight. I'm on the plan. Robin, I'm trying to lose the weight. I don't know what to.
How old a guy are you?
Sorry?
How old are you?
36.
36.
I'm a young man, relatively speaking.
Right. Well, listen, thank you for the honor. I'm honored. I don't know.
It's nice to be recognized.
Are you going to do anything with it, or are you going to throw it out?
I'm going to take it home.
And do what?
I don't know. I don't have any place to put it.
It's this character and his students who voted for us.
And I will cherish every one of those little chunky munchkins.
Right.
But I think it's important. Both of you, Howard, you truly deserve this. All that you've been through.
Thank you, Professor.
And Robin, you also deserve the recognition as well. Your partnership.
All right, we get the idea. Thank you,
whatever.
Professor.
Cheers.
All right,
It's
cheers.
not school.
Yeah,
Can I have one of those
We're not
cupcakes
trapped
now?
in your classroom.
Okay, cheers.
Professor Doctor, I want to thank you very much.
Professor Doctor.
I want to thank. Well, he's a professor. Professor Doctor, and where did you get your doctorate at Oxford?
Yeah, what's the doctorate
William
in?
Patterson.
Well, you got your doctorate at William Patterson. I'm sorry.
What's he a doctor of?
Doctor of Communications.
Communication. This is the subject.
Oh.
And look how poorly you communicate. Doctor, Professor, thank you very much.
It's all right.
For the beautiful award. I do appreciate it. I'm not so jaded that I can't be complimented by the student body and yourself, and thank you very much, and thank you for visiting our fine country from England. Okay?
Thanks for letting me on.
All right.
Cheers.
You're quite welcome.